ever wanted. All that you ever wanted.
Test. Huh. Test. Test. Okay. Huh. Okay. Huh. Okay. Huh. Okay. Look, I said, welcome on in. Welcome on in, twin. Look, how have you been? Look, how have you been, twin? Happy Tuesday. Look. Happy Tuesday. Look. Happy Tuesday. Hey, now happy Tuesday. Welcome on in, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Having a wonderful, amazing, fantastic day after Monday. How y'all feeling? The day is January 28th, 2025, and if you can believe it, another opportunity for us to be able to come together has appeared. So I'm happy that you're here, and I hope things are going well. I hope you don't mind that we took a little bit longer than what needed to, was originally on the countdown. I hope y'all are still here and hope y'all are still hanging. Got a lot of fun stuff that I want to talk to y'all about, and ultimately want to play a lot of Pokemon with you all today. So, wherever you are, however you may be, I hope you ate today, hope you drank some water today. Of course, above all else, I hope that you did something that made you happy. And I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and get it going, shall we? How we doing, fam? How are we doing? Hi! I've missed you. Shake my hand. Give me a hug. Do whatever it is that you have to do. I'm happy that you're here. Golly, y'all look great. Y'all look great today. Y'all look absolutely wonderful. How are we doing? How are we feeling? How is everything going? Hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all ate today, drank some water today. Of course, did some stuff that made you happy. You know, these are all the questions that I'm going to be asking. Of course, before we continue, shout out to Saribot and shout out to Stream Elements. I don't know what I'd be doing if it wasn't for y'all two doing what needs to be done in the background, and I appreciate you for it. You know, you do a lot of wonderful, good, fantastic work. You know, shout out to our stream speedsters. Of course, we got Phoenix in first, we got Nathan in second, and of course I see ScarJo in third as well. I'm seeing a lot of fun redeems as well, so shout out to y'all for that. You know, very much shout out to y'all for it. I appreciate you for all that y'all do. And let's get it going, shall we? What's good, Phoenix? Like I said, ScarJo, thank you so much for paying your Twitch tags, by the way. Randy, I see you. Randy, how you doing? ScarJo said, shocked with me so late. Still got a piece. Listen, that's just what it is sometimes. Sometimes you always, gotta be ready. When you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And sometimes you end up being able to sit back, and then other times you're able to, really have to go and grab it. So it just depends, it very much just depends. But what's good? How are we feeling? Hope y'all are feeling good today. I feel like I haven't had enough water today, honestly, which I appreciate the hydrates. I think that's just because of how the day ended up panning out. I feel like I was doing a whole lot of work and I only got to really refill my water bottle up once, when usually I like to do it twice. So anytime you get into that bit of a mode, you get a little bit parched, but hey, it is what it is. I appreciate you though. I appreciate it. Cod, welcome on in. Cod man with the big fourth. Randy with the yapping. Andy V with the yapping. Listen, we gonna do a whole bunch of that today. Nova with a fourth redeem as well. Welcome on in, fam. I hope everything is going well. Is it too late to say, right? I know we haven't really been streaming all month, right? Is it too late to say that, Nova? I feel like it's starting to be a little uncharacteristic of you, I feel like the competition is starting to rise in big 2025. I feel like people are gonna, spoiler alert, start maybe coming for your throne as the stream speedster of 2024. Or are you giving everybody a chance? You giving everybody a head start? I need to know. Randy, what's good? Hiya. Codman says, I'm gonna need Nate to name my Borderlands 1 character. Ooh, can you describe the character? You said gotta look up the character called Mordecai to see what he looks like. Okay, cool. I can do that. Hold on. Mordecai Borderlands 1. Okay. And you want me to name this individual? You want me to name this individual, Codman? Are you giving me just like free reign to name him whatever I want? Like, is this who I'm looking at? Mordecai the Hunter, big body. Okay, I'm trying. Okay. All right, listen. This is my way too early. My way too early prediction and suggestion. You should name Mordecai in your game if you have the ability to name him. You should name him Melon Lord. All right, you should name him Melon Lord. I don't know why. I just kind of feel like I get a bit of a Toph type of energy from this character, and I feel like because of that, you should absolutely name him Melon Lord. So, hopefully that's something that's helpful to you. You know. Hopefully that's something that's helpful. Randy says, "Look at you, goodness! Stop it! I'm literally just in a hat and a freaking flannel." Randy, you can't be gassing me up for something as simplistic as this. All right, I'm just in some calm, some fool, some chill. I look like I'm taking an axe to an oak tree. You know, I'm just hanging though. I'm just hanging. God, thank you so much for paying your Twitch tax, by the way. Very much all of my Twitch tax payers as well. You know, tax season is upon us. So make sure that you fill those out if necessary. Make sure you get your W-2s and your 1077s and literally all of the other things that you might need to do what you got to do, you know? Randy said, "Hey, yo, what's poppin'? Don't mind me just watching." Kai said, "Pay your taxes. Pay your taxes, neighbor." Yeah, exactly. God, man, thank you so much for the dad joke. I can't take my dog to the pond anymore because the ducks keep attacking him. That's what I get for buying a purebred dog. That's a good one. That's a pretty good one. Nathan, thank you so much for the hydrate again. Thank you. Randy said, "Hell no, the government can pay me." Listen, it is what it is. Zona, what's poppin'? Happy Tuesday. Welcome in. Welcome on in. Phoenix says, "Went to my first college class today. I am a fishful. It's stressful, but it will get easier." Listen, can we get a congratulations for Phoenix? You know, that first day of college for all that participate is a very, very large... That's a very large accomplishment, all right? It might be overwhelming, but I'm hoping that you're also feeling a level of excitement. Are you thinking about anything in terms of a major, or are you kind of just like figuring it out right now? Is it what you thought it would be? Is it better? Is it worse? I need to know. But congratulations, Phoenix. From me, from chat, let's keep it pushing. Nathan says, "Exactly. Don't have to make the bed if you sleep on it." Facts. I'm just saying. Shocky, thank you so much for the 4th. Q, thank you so much for the 4th, of course. Welcome on in. And paying your Twitch tax. This is all good stuff. This is all fantastic stuff. We got Nova, big dog. He a big dog. He do big dog-ish. Oh, man. God says go for it. Yeah, hopefully you said how the freak I spell that? Melon Lord. Yes, that's exactly how you spell that. You don't necessarily have to put a space. You know, I feel like that'll just be up to chance, right? Oh boy, I can't wait to do this half hour of cardio. Address doing my ab challenge. I don't know what's going on. I can't wait to do this half hour of cardio after doing my ab challenge. Got it. Okay. My brain had to work you for a second. Congratulations on completing your day 1. I might be able to knock out I might be able to knock that out during our ad break right now. But hopefully that's something that you are going to continue doing. I'm sure this man Malik is going to keep everybody accountable, you know. But welcome in, of course. Randy says, "That flannel be doing the dang thing for you." I appreciate it. Listen, you know what I will say about flannels, especially for somebody who is a Florida man myself. I'll tell you what, I feel like flannels were something that I had to really kind of learn the game and get the proper education on, because as somebody from Florida, you really don't need a flannel. I don't know, anybody shouldn't be telling you different. It's usually never that cold for you to have that ever be a thing. But speaking of things, Who is that? Why am I hearing boss music? We got Eli in the building. Oh my goodness. Thank you, JoJo. Wow. We got, I guess, Eli in the building. Hi, Eli. Hope everything is going well. Welcome on in. Chat. If you're not liking, following, commenting, and subscribing to the wonderful I Guess Eli, I need you to stop what you're doing. Make sure that you give them a like, a comment, a follow, and a subscribe. They are wonderful. They are amazing. And they are good people that you need to be invested in, you know? How was HoloCure Save the Fans? And also, Eli and Raiders, how was Stream? I need to know. I need to know. For those of y'all that don't know, if it's your first time in, welcome in. If it's not your first time in, welcome back. Obviously, I go by the name of Nate, aka the Third Knight on the internet, and I'm very, very excited to see ya. I'm a fan of all of the things, including Pokemon, anime, cosplay, food, Nintendo, indie games, and you. Because whether you know it or not, my goal is to make sure that I leave you better than how I found ya. Of course. But let me know how you are. Eli, of course, as always, it's a fun time being able to hang out. And let me know how you're doing. Happy Tuesday. But yeah, Zona says, happy Tuesday, bud. Good luck on college. Yeah, honestly, if we can get a good luck to Phoenix as well for completing their first day and just embarking on that college journey, please. We like to support each other around here, and that would mean a lot, you know? That'd mean a lot. Sweet. Phoenix says, I got it figured out right now. It's about what I thought. Since I'm in English comp, they go hard on anti-AI, which makes sense. Facts. The work seems pretty doable, and I go to my film class tomorrow. Hell yeah. Zona says, I'm in the camp of why I gotta make the bed if I'm just gonna mess it up later. I'm not mad at that thought process and that train of thought either, Zona. I'm not mad at that. But film class does sound fun. What are you trying to get into specifically for the film situation? I need to know. Of course, you said also got a mile PB today, the fastest personal best since 2021. I'm super stoked. Hell yeah. I feel like in my cardio, I'm trying to make like a mile to a mile and a half. The goal for me personally, because I mean, like, I absolutely hate cardio. I was more of a sprinter when I did track in high school / college, right? But I think now that, you know, you're doing it a little bit more for the fitness, general fitness angle as opposed to the athleticism, you know, always being able to hit personal best is always a good thing. So congratulations on that, of course. Willie T, hey Nate, hey Chad, how are your spectacular faces? We are doing well, Willie T. How are you? Are you feeling any better? Is the family recovering okay? I need to know. But plug in. Hi, how you doing? With the raid, I guess, of course. Eli says, the lag got us today, a full 7 minutes plus behind. Golly. HoloCure is awesome. Today I played with a new character, Risu, who is a coin farm that can also freeze enemies. Okay. That sounds like quite the game, I'll tell you what. I'm sorry to hear about the lag, though. I mean, you know me. I cannot, beyond a shadow of a doubt, I cannot stand tech issues, especially on stream. So I completely get that, and I'm sorry that ended up happening. But I'm hoping that you're feeling a bit better with everything that's going on, you know? I very much hope that things are going better. Mom Batty, congratulations on your 4th, of course. Hey, handsome. Well, hello. It's good to see ya. I hope all is well. Happy Tuesday. Willie T says, I think I'm past the COVID. Now if I can get this migraine to go away, I'll be back to what we call normal. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at it at all. But yeah, Eli, Raiders, if you have to raid and run, I completely get it. Completely understand. Thank you. But if you're hanging out, I'd love to be able to let you know what we got going on this week. But yeah, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Hope y'all are having good weeks thus far. We're almost towards the almighty hump day, the almighty middle of the week. So I hope that things are going well. If so, amazing. If not, we're almost halfway done. So you still can do it, and you still have an opportunity to be able to turn it all the way around. All right? So that's pretty much what we got going. Let me show you all the schedule, as we always do towards the beginning of these streams. want to bring everybody's attention to what we have going on today. Of course, we're going to be playing some Pokemon Radical Red. Yesterday, if you missed our collaborative session, playing some Pokemon Infinite Fusion with the lovely President of the Castle and Hydroxide Ant, aka Tony, then of course, the VOD is going to be up and running. It's quite the good time. We have awesome fusions. We made a lot of good progress, and there's always some fun stuff. I'm always fighting for my life when it comes to the technical portion of streaming together. I don't know what it does with my bandwidth. I don't know what it does with my computer, but we persevere. And then, of course, on Sunday, if you missed it, we debuted a new game on stream called Nine Souls. The VOD is also up for that, and I would highly encourage that you all go and watch that because the game seems really, really awesome. If you're into Taoism, if you're into Cyberpunk, if you're into Sekiro and maybe Hollow Knight and maybe just some beautiful art drawn, a very compelling and engaging and immersive story with ever so slight tinges of horror elements, Nine Souls seems to be the game for you, and I think it's going to be the game for me. Of course, a little bit later, we're going to be playing a game that I don't know yet because hopefully you all are giving me suggestions in the Discord and in my DMs of what to play on Thursday, right? Because I have no idea, quite frankly. So we're going to try to see what we can be able to add to that 3rd/4th slot and keep it pushing, you know? So, yeah. Let's keep it going, and hey, that's what it is today. But yeah, so welcome, and that's that. Quick reminder for everybody, I believe you are now able to start filing your taxes, so if that's something that is relevant to you, I'm talking to all of my Americans and the specific states in which this is relevant, you know, make sure that you do those. Get those done sooner rather than later so you can be able to get your monies or at least know what's going on a little bit earlier as always. That would probably be the most ideal for, you know, everything that's going on in the world that we are living in today, you know? So, hey, do your thing and hopefully you'll be able to get that done. What was I going to say? I think outside of that, I feel like my day was pretty alright. Ended up doing a fun little thing. If those of y'all that do not know or don't understand, maybe you can check my Twitter for some fun stuff that I was able to get into today outside of work. Did a little bit of applying. And I am just kind of curious to see where I may or may not net out in terms of the role that I'm looking into, but obviously a little bit more information is going to be on my Twitter for that, so if you want to go ahead and follow the socials, I would highly recommend that you all check it out. Yeah, and if you do, feel free to send in a prayer, right? I'm a little nervy just because I feel like fishing for what can be a pivot in your career could always be something that is scary, right? There's a lot of different things that are at play, right? I am very, very blessed to be currently employed. So being able to do that is obviously something that I'm very grateful for. But also it's, you know, nervous because you're making a pivot and you never really know what's going to be happening. So yeah, if you check it out, I'd love that, and make sure that you send some good vibes up, you know? But outside of that, I feel like things were pretty okay, you know, cannot complain. I feel less sniffly than I did yesterday, and then, of course, the day before. I don't feel like I have to constantly sneeze, which is a good thing. I feel like I maybe need a couple of more days personally for my own recovery before I feel like I'm good again. But obviously, outside of that, yeah, I feel like we're in a pretty decent spot, you know? I'm just happy to not necessarily be sniffling. You know, I definitely feel like there was a bit of a bug that was going on, both online and offline. I feel like everybody was kind of sick with something at the beginning of the year, and I think I ended up catching the tail end of it, right? Like my co-hosts for the award show were sick, a lot of my coworkers were sick, all of my friends, both online and offline, were seeming to be sick, and I was just doing one of these, you know? Unfortunately, I feel like I caught the tail end of it, but luckily, it's not as bad, right? So maybe a couple of more days, maybe a couple of more NyQuils and a couple of more fluids drank, and I think I should be good, you know? But yeah, so, hey. Yeah, it says, we're all so sick. No, seriously. Seriously. I hope that we all can have a better immune system coming out of this, you know? Because it can be something. Yeah. Make sure that y'all take care of yourselves. It's always important to make sure that you are boosting up your immune system as much as you possibly can. You know, especially with the seasons changing and everything. So just make sure that you take care of yourselves and take care of each other, you know? Hey. COD says 6.8 Kate from the dance party. Hell yeah, COD man. Keep on racking them points. There might be an opportunity for you to be able to get some more points today, you know? We do a lot of predictions on Radical Red days too, so I'm sure you're gonna be rolling in it. Eli says, but for real, I was a metric month. Golly. I hate that for you. I hope that you're feeling better though, you know? For all of my sick people, I hope that you're feeling better. Now that I feel like I'm in a position to start taking care of others. If you need some soup, if you need me to take care of you, read you a bedtime story, do some third thing, I don't know. Let me know, and I'm more than happy and more than willing to help, you know? Please mask, stay warm. You are not too cool for vitamin C. That's all facts. Bro, I'll take some soup. Hell yeah. All right. I do value I do value a good soup, right? And I feel like whether that's chicken noodle, whether that's some sort of like third broth, whatever we got going on, I feel like that's really, really good. So, hey. I actually came across a really, really dope soup recipe that kind of incorporated rotisserie chicken, and it kind of ended up being like some sort of like creamy broth, cream of chicken that felt rich but really decadent, but also just like wasn't sitting too heavy, which is an insane combo to be able to make. It was good. Zona, if you're interested in the soup, I'd be more than happy to be able to share that recipe, and that goes for literally anybody, right? I can just post the recipe in my my freaking Discord. Who knows? Kiki, hi. How you doing? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Welcome on in. It's going well. It's going well. I cannot complain. I get to hang out with y'all, which is absolutely wonderful. And we're going to be playing some Pokemon. So it is a win-win-win-win-win-win-win, you know? Plugin says, vitamin C is great. Scurvy is making a comeback. Fight the scurvy. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. That's something that I can't even, yeah. That sounds about correct. That sounds about correct. With everything going on this year, I'm literally not surprised at anything. Like I said, take care of yourselves and take care of each other, all right? Drink your vitamin C, ingest your vitamin C, do whatever it is that you gotta do. Meezy! Yeah! What's good, fam? How you doing? Happy holidays, happy new year. It's been way too long. I really gotta make some plans to see you. I gotta make some plans to see you and maybe see the missus. You know, you gotta let me know what's popping with it, you know? How's life? How you doing? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. In it? Hoping all is well, fam. It's good. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Man. Canada has a bit of a scurvy problem, supposedly. Oh, goodness. Well, that's quite something. That is really quite something. But hey, that's pretty much where I'm at. Like I said, I hope y'all ate today, drank some water today. As always, I hope that y'all continue to do something that made you happy. I don't necessarily know if you all know this, right? Because, you know, you may have missed the notification that I ended up putting. I try to be really good when it comes to posting on a variety of different mediums to let you know that I'm live, right? Like I have a Twitter notification. I gotta get better at Blue Sky because a lot of individuals have been telling me that Blue Sky is the wave low-key. And honestly, now that I feel like I finally was able to get my account that was stuck in limbo for months on end, I'm gonna have to start posting some content on there too. But I also like posting on, you know, Instagram and occasionally Snapchat and, you know, the whole like, right? And I wanted to tell everybody here, just in case that you missed it, I posted it primarily on my Instagram story, that, you know, I completely get it, right? I want to be the first person to let you all know that I completely understand that this month feels like a very, very long month, right? January, it always kind of feels that way. I don't know why it's only January 28th, but it low-key feels like it's January 43rd. But I say all of that to say, whether we like it or not, we are almost 1/12 of the way through the year. All right, we're almost an entire 12th. We got 11 more of these to go, and I'm hoping that, you know, you can be able to use me as a friendly reminder to check in, right? How are you doing in terms of your New Year's resolutions? Are you making those goals for yourself, and are you being able to make those actionable plans that you can be able to waltz towards those goals with? Are you keeping your homies close? Are you keeping your circle motivated? Are you keeping your circle accountable, right? We can't lose focus, and we can't decide to slump just because we want to complain that the month is long, right? Because every single day that we have, every single day that we're able to wake up, I think is a good day, because that gives you a chance and a choice to be great, all right? So, hey, hoping y'all are feeling the same way, or, you know, in general, if you needed that reminder, I hope that it doesn't necessarily fall on deaf ears, right? That's really all I wanted to say. Eli says, the third chef? Hell yeah. Listen, what I feel like I'd be silly, right? I would be silly to not ask for a plate every single time I ask, like, what are y'all eating? And then not provide a plate myself, right? Like, it's gotta always be each one teach one, you know? It's always gotta be each one teach one. But hey, 25 began on a Wednesday, the hump of the week, peak nonsense daily. Listen, you know I'm all about nonsense, and you know I'm all about being tastefully delusional this year. I'm telling it once, I'm telling it to the heavens, and I'm not being ashamed about it. I said I want to hit Twitch partner this year, and that very much sounds delusional, but I feel like there's a level of tastefulness that has to come towards that as well, because I want to make sure that I'm giving and trying to put forth as much energy and effort in terms of the content, both on and off stream, that I can. So, hey, Batty says 2025 started with a WTF. That is facts. That's facts. And I mean, I don't know about y'all, but just kind of looking around, really only being 28 days in, I can only imagine the absolute ridiculousness that this year is going to bring us. I ain't gonna hold you. Things are on fire. Things are on ice. And I don't know what's going on. But all that we can do is be able to push ourselves and to try to make it a little bit better each and every time that we wake up, you know? Like I said, whew. Zona says, could only hope, you know? I mean, facts. If you got hope, you got a chance. And if you got a chance, hey, don't ever count yourself out. Batty talking about some, I would like to cancel my subscription. That's nuts. Y'all free trial ain't even ended yet. What? It's all good. ND says, for me, it's starting so bad. I'm sorry that it is, you know? I think the beautiful thing about it is, if it starts bad, I'd like to hope that it doesn't get worse, right? Like, I feel like maybe we're in a situation where it can only go up from here, or there's plenty of opportunities to be able to bounce back. It's not like the entire year is just a month and then you have to, like, you know, we're not 28 days in and then you got to be like, you're already being like, okay, maybe next year is my year. You know, maybe next year is my year. We still got plenty of time. So take it a day by day and make sure that you lean on the people that you care about, you know, because that's why, you know, they care about you as well for instances like that. So, Batty talking about some, I'm not paying for this shit. I've been sick since September. Golly. I know your immune system hate to see you coming. Goodness gracious. On a real note, though, I hope that you do feel better. That sucks. I mean, I feel like we're just in a bad spot right now. I think everybody just needs like a woosah, you know, or just like, you know, some moments of good. But hey, it is what it is. And yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. I think I've caught up with chat. I think that's all that I really wanted to say. I don't really think that I have too much more information. Oh, except that what I'm about to play, the next song that I'm about to play is actually pretty darn important, because you're maybe going to need it a little bit later for one of our first community nights. So I just want you all to be able to pay attention as we play this song here. Make sure that you pay attention. I'm just saying this song may or may not be very important for what we got going on a little bit later. I have some fun plans next month for a community night and a speakeasy night. So I'm feeling really, really good about what we got going. And yeah, Key says no. That's crazy. You also wanted to say, yeah. What's goody with you, Kiki? Hope all is well. Happy Tuesday. How's it going, fam? Night the Legend? That's literally y'all. Like, I'm just so blessed to be able to be in a situation where I get to, like, hang with y'all, you know? But yes, so like I said, one thing I wanted to be able to do, and I keep trying to say this, I'm working a little bit behind the scenes to try to make sure that some stuff is good in terms of like our Discord, to make sure that things are as active as possible. And I think in a way, in order to be able to do that, is to be able to have two different type of nights. I want to have an evening that is open to the entire public. You don't even got to do anything. If you just want to show up, that's all we can really ask. I'm trying to see if we could maybe do like a movie night of sorts. And then I kind of want to be able to do a fun little, like, you got to be paying attention and enter the password for the speakeasy kind of night, because that's going to be the one where hopefully it's a little bit more of an intimate setting, and that, you know, we're able to play some games, and maybe I might even end up using it for content if y'all are cool with it. So, hey, so yeah, maybe that's something that's important for you to know. So take some notes and maybe start sussing out what the password might be. I don't know. But anyways, Zona says, Night, your stream yesterday made me want to try Fusion. Can I say, Zona, and I want to say this for everybody in chat, this is my first time playing Pokemon Infinite Fusion, or at least like the first setting that I'm playing it in. Obviously my friends Prez and Tony had played Infinite Fusion before, but like, it is a beautifully crafted game, and a game that really gives so much credit to the artists that are just working like tirelessly for the game's continued development and quality of life, right? There are over 160,000 custom fusion Pokemon sprites that are in the game, and some that aren't just like regular ones, but like are very cool, very calm, collected, customizable sprites. Like, for example, you could end up having 2B, like literally 2B on the team. You could end up having Arsene from Persona, and then you could literally have Math, like unironically a Math sheet, which is really, really interesting, right? So, you know, I would highly recommend you playing it. Maybe don't necessarily do a Nuzlocke. Maybe don't necessarily do a Soul Lock. But very much go and let yourself enjoy all of the freaking fusions that are out there. There are a lot of really dope ones. So, yeah. Yeah, Zona, there are, I'm telling you, an insane amount of customizable sprites. And the beautiful thing about it is that you have artists that are continuously working on the game, right? So not all of the available sprites that are even in the game are available yet, but is something that is definitely worth looking. So I'd highly recommend it, though. I'd highly recommend it. Randy with the year. Kiki also, yes, hope all is well. Get your text messages. We gotta talk soon. And game soon, to be honest. I feel like it's been too long. Willie T says, oh, Nate, if you want to watch a short anime that will make you say, what the in a good way, watch Dandadan. Willie T. Willie T, Willie T, Willie T. I'm glad you mentioned that, because honestly, if we're being honest, if I'm keeping it a buck, I already know about Dandadan. I already know, and I'm already making my way. Matter of fact, speaking of Dandadan, right? Can I show y'all something that I ended up seeing today? I told myself I'm not gonna gatekeep this, because this is one of the freaking coolest jackets that I've seen in a very long time. All right, I'm gonna show y'all something. Give me a quick second. It's gonna be worth it, I promise. I'm thinking about getting this jacket, right? Yeah. Granny Seiko, call me? God, man. You might have to wait in line for a little bit. Hold on. I'm about to show y'all this jacket that I'm thinking about getting. Um, uh, Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Almost 3 years. Also in regards to Granny Seiko, she busy RM Lil Bronavirus.
That's crazy. That is a crazy comment. Hold on, y'all. All right. Let me show y'all something. Can I put y'all on? Can I put y'all on? If y'all are some Dan fans, some Dan fans. Also, Nova, thank you so much for the 32 months, fam. Holy moly. Golly. I appreciate you. And I appreciate this journey that we're on together. And I can't wait to see all of the stuff that we got going on together this year. I feel like Royal Flush is gonna stack the deck, if you know what I mean. But anyways, I gotta show y'all this. Can I show y'all something? Can I show y'all something? This is the jacket. And you know what? You want to know how I love y'all? You want to know how I love y'all? I was gonna gatekeep this. I was gonna gatekeep the hell out of this. But I'm very much thinking about getting this jacket right here, baby. It's a zip-up Okarun jacket. It looks so freaking sick. And if you're a fan of the show, it's definitely one of them ones. It is absolutely unequivocally one of them ones. Come on now. Come on. I need us to be serious. I'm telling you, look at this. Look at how cool this is. Man, look. I'm just saying, like, please, listen. Please, all right? And I said I was gonna gatekeep, but I love y'all too much. I love y'all too much, all right? You can never say I'm not doing anything for y'all, because one thing that I don't play about are my clothing, right? Especially my anime-inspired clothing. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the link for y'all, just in case you're interested and would like to indulge a little bit, right? So, hey. But hey, so yeah. That's what we got going. Willie T says that's amazing. Eli's interested. Nova said I may have to tap in. Cod says I can't get into Dan. Oh man. I was questioning it alone, but on body, that's fire. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. You see the vision? Listen, all I'm saying is I need to go ahead and get some red joints, right? Jacket up, pants here. Moving crazy. I feel like the vision is there. Dye my hair white, put a couple red streaks in there just in case. Oh man. And he says, I'll get the, hey yo. Man, but yeah, so definitely a huge fan though of the show. Feeling really good, all things considered, and I think that's where we're gonna go. Nova said, I gotta keep my nuts though. Listen, hey, listen, To all of my men out there, all you have are your nuts and your word, and you shouldn't compromise those for anyone, all right? Hey, I'm just saying. But anyways, I think that's where we're going to put a stop to our intro today. We're almost about an hour in, and I want to make sure that we got some time for some Pokemon, because y'all owe me a bunch of names for these Pokemon that we're going to eventually catch for this run. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. I very much have a hydrate that I need to redeem, as well as a handful of other things. So we're going to do that. We're going to put y'all on an ad break. But of course, before we do any of that, I'm going to make sure that we get the Battle Royale going. So there are ways in which you can be able to participate in the Battle Royale. You can either, as you can see, you got a bunch of Pokemon that are down here. Shout out to our lovely people over at Stream Avatars for being able to make this cool freaking thing happen. There is two ways in which you're able to change your points. You can either go and hit exclamation point avatar space and then whatever Pokemon that you would like. So for example, I'm gonna go ahead and put avatar space and then like Celebi, for example, and you can kind of see that I'm a Celebi right here, right? You can either do that, or you can go ahead and go in the profile area and change the Pokemon that you're in, or the Pokemon that you have selected and that's available. It should be a box that says Stream Avatars. Should be not too hard to miss. It's a purple box. You can either go and hit the Pokemon, get the regional form if that's something that's relevant, or even change the Pokeball that you're in. So there's a lot of fun stuff to do. So yeah, if you're participating in the Battle Royale, of course, I wish you the best of luck. We're gonna do that. We're gonna take a quick 3-minute ad break just so I can be able to get some water, resettle, and continue, right, and continue pushing. And then when we come back, we're gonna play some Radical Red if y'all are ready. So hopefully y'all are excited for what we got going on. Randy already redeeming a Pokemon. The next Pokemon that we have to name, or the next Pokemon that we catch, is going to be named Cheeks Cake the Second. I love that. I love that for you. I love that for us, actually. Shout out to Raltz. I'm gonna make sure that I pin this for me, just so I don't forget. And then Andy says, already a break? Yeah, so listen, you know me. I'm somebody who's going to be yapping for quite a long time, and I feel like I usually try to give myself an hour. I cut myself at around an hour yapping, because like, as somebody who's a yapper and that doesn't really, you know, sometimes won't even get to the game just because I like kicking it with y'all. I want to be able to kind of have that structure within the stream. So, hey, that's just what it is. The Twitch tax stuff, listen, if you're feeling generous, if you're feeling like paying your Twitch taxes, I would say that you got to make sure that you pay your Twitch taxes every single stream. It's a good time. And you never know when there's going to be a Twitch tax return. So maybe these numbers are being documented in the back. Who knows? But yeah, so that's what we got going. But appreciate y'all. COD talking about some I am now God. Appreciate you. Right over here. But anyways, thank y'all so much. I love each and every one of you all so very much, and I will see you on the other side. If you're participating in the Battle Royale, then I wish you the best of luck. And of course, I hope you enjoy the ads. Get yourself a water, take a little bit of a walk, get you a snack, do whatever it is you got to do. You said, sorry, I wanted to use coins. That's why I redeemed 69 points. All good, fam. All good, all good, all good. No worries, no worries, no worries. It is all, like, feel free to kind of mess around and tap around with any of the channel point rewards. Something that I like taking pride in is the variety of what we kind of got going on. So there's plenty of good stuff there, and also I think plenty of areas of improvement that we can be able to, you know, to do. I know a lot of people also try to integrate bits into some of their commands as well. I want to try to see if we can eventually do that too. So hey, but that's gonna be that. I will see y'all in a bit. All right. If you're participating in the Battle Royale, once again, I wish you the best of luck. See you in a bit. Alrighty, check. Test. How we doing? How we feeling? Are we feeling okay? Did you miss me? I missed you, to be honest. I know we were only apart for a handful of minutes, but I just couldn't bear the idea, you know? Hopefully y'all are excited. I'm pretty excited. We're gonna be playing some Pokemon Radical Red, ladies and gents. Okay. Randy says, alright, I'ma head out, gotta go make a paycheck. I hear that. Batty, thank you so much for the welcome back. Thank you. You said, how was the bottle? The bottle was good. You know? I've got myself more water. I just want to start off by clinking and just saying thank you all so much for those that are keeping me hydrated. Like mentioned earlier in the week, I am literally nothing but a houseplant, so I very much need some water. So I appreciate y'all coming through and taking care of little old me, you know? It means the world. Okay. And today we are going to be playing some Pokemon Radical Red, ! RR if you're confused as to what that even is. And we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves started and set up right quick because I am super excited. Don't worry, I'll make you drunk of water. I don't even know if I've ever, has anybody ever gotten drunk off of water? I'm afraid. I mean, I'm not mad at that because that means you're likely going to be hydrated, but like, I'm a little afraid, you know? Okay. Make sure that things are good. I did 10 times? How did you get drunk the first 9 times? And then what inspired you to create a 10th? I feel like these are the questions that I gotta be asking, huh? Okay. I think we are just about ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. And I think with that, we are going to get ourselves started. Let me just make sure that things are good. Yep. Okay. And just like that, we are going to get ourselves right on moseyed over. Because ladies and gents, we are here with another episode of that Pokemon Radical Red. This is the game that does not play fair, and neither do we. There is plenty of opportunity for us to be able to do a lot of different types of calculations and for us to get to where we need to be. But before we do all of that, of course, I'm going to have to introduce you all to the team, because that would be silly if we did not introduce this to the team of what we have so far. So, of course, we have got Young Don, the Fanpy. We have Jimmy, the Knackley. We have Joy, the Meryl. Truffle, the Tepig, our main character, our protagonist for this run. We've got Teguna69 and Acho, the Lechonk, of course. I believe those are all of the Pokemon that we have thus far. The other thing that I want to mention is that this is a wonderful opportunity for us to, engage, right? Any character or any Pokemon that we end up catching is grounds for naming. So as you can see, I'm leaving it completely up to y'all. Leaving it completely up to y'all to name these Pokemon. I get some tame names, and then, I also get names like Hawktua and Hose, who are actually very important Pokemon in our first attempt. So, hey, I'm leaving it up to y'all. Y'all are gonna be the determining factor on whether, if I eventually make this into long form content, if I'm going to have this monetized or not. So do with that information what you will. Batty says, that's dangerous. I'm pretty creative. Well, then I need creative individuals on my team immediately. Zona says, oh, who's Nurse Joy's GF over there? Oh, great question. So for those of y'all that don't know, Radical Red is a ROM hack of the Pokemon Fire Red variety, as I'm sure you all can know, right? And the game is essentially set in Fire Red, Leaf Green, but it has all types of modernization elements from generations 1 all the way up through 9. So you'll see Mega Evolution, you'll see Gigantamaxing, you'll see a bunch of different quality of life updates, of which is Nurse Joy's GF, much mentioned by Zona just a little bit ago. This is the nurse that provides our variety of services that isn't healing our Pokemon. So if we want to do a gender swap, if we want to go ahead and get a nature change done, if we want to change the mode, set Mons to a level cap, or even do a mystery gift, then there's plenty of things that we can be able to do, a lot of which is relevant within the situations that we are, so yeah, that's what it is. The first Pokemon that we are going to be catching will, of course, be named Cheeksecake. The second, thanks to our lovely friend, who even said Cheeksecake? Who said that? Was that Randy? Freaking Randy, dog. But yeah, so that's pretty much what we got going on. Quite honestly, I hope this is something that is entertaining to you all, because I feel like in these Nuzlockes in which I'm doing just by myself, I try to take a little bit of a methodical approach, or at least the approach where I'm doing a lot of like calculations and strategizing in my head. So hopefully that's your cup of tea. I try to be as entertaining as possible, especially when it comes to just like the gameplay and how we end up naming the Pokemon. But that's kind of where we at, and what's going on with it, what's it called? Radical Red is the all mon and only you will play in the first gen, but if you prefer, it's a national dex. Yeah, exactly, more or less. But yeah, that's what we got going. Of course, y'all can kind of see the Pokemon that we have available currently. That's the squad that I think I left myself from last week. Of course, we also have Shino the Weedle, we have Claunchy the Clauncher, and then Crash Out the Mankey. So you can kind of see that we have a couple other options as well as what's currently available. But this is all in preparation for our good friend Falkner, which for those of y'all that don't know, I'll go ahead and just bring this over to the side where you all can see and where this makes sense. There is a trainer order of which this game plays in, right? Last week we ended up beating the rival and Brendan, and last and even. There's an opportunity for us to potentially beat Ace Nell if we find it necessary, but maybe we don't have to do this fight. Maybe. But as you can kind of see, Falkner is going to be holding a Rufflet, a Wattrel, and a Flittle. So there's a lot of different things that are going on right now, and I'm just hoping that we're kind of in the, in the situation where we can properly beat this this lad. So I already have a good idea of kind of what we are doing, and then I just kind of also realized y'all didn't see the full squad. So obviously a level 12 Rufflet, level 14 Wattrel, level 14 Flittle. That's the squad that we're going against right now. So I feel like we have a good team, in my opinion. I feel like we have a pretty solid team. I think it's just going to be a matter of making sure that we execute properly, right? Like, in my opinion, I don't think that this needs to go past Young Don, right? Like, Jimmy's there and we love Jimmy, but I don't think it really needs to go past any of the opportunities or any of the other Pokemon that are here. Maybe we bring Teguna in just kind of cuz for the Flittle, right? Maybe, but I'm not really thinking it's super necessary, So, hey, I think that's what we're gonna work with. So I'm gonna make sure that these Pokemon are healed first of all. Kind of just want to make sure that we're good there. And then I also would like to get Jimmy. I probably want to get Jimmy to level 15, right? That's probably fair. And for those of y'all that are curious, the reason in which we are doing what we're doing right now, as in utilizing the rare candies, is I personally like having the opportunity to be able to get to what I think is the fun portion of the game, which is more the battling and the catching. And if we can take out the grindy part, of which we know that we, you know, are down to do, but maybe don't necessarily need to if not necessary, you know, I say we kind of do that. So I think with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and give these two a berry, because I don't really think that there's too much else for us to do or give for that matter. So I think that's given an oranberry for literally everybody, I think. So we're going to, I'm thinking the move here, right? I'm thinking the move here personally is to plus defense minus special attack, defense curl into rollout. Like I think that's the plan, right? That seems to be the plan that makes a little bit of sense to me. You know, I think that knocks out the big problems that we're looking at, you know, or, you know, facing against rather. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably make you impish, and then really I think that might be just it, right? I don't think we gotta worry too much about anything else. I think we're faster. It also might make sense for us to see if there's an opportunity for us to be faster here. Maybe. Yeah, maybe we can. Maybe I gotta check to see if we're supposed to be faster here. I don't know. Let me. I guess being able to do this, luckily for us, is free. So if I were to just kind of casually be like, what if I just wanted to be faster, right? Plus speed, like Jolly, for example, right? I think that maybe. Okay, so the speed stat, I guess, doesn't really matter here because he's going to be faster than us anyway. So I think in that case, I'm going to want to go back to Impish and then make sure that I can properly tank a hit or two. So I think that's what we'll do there. If it ends up being a situation in which we have to do something different, I mean, I guess Jimmy is going to be here as well. Which I kind of feel as though maybe it makes a little bit of sense. I don't really know what Knackley's stats are right now. Anybody have an idea of what Knackley's stats? It's more of a defensive Pokemon, so maybe we can kind of take advantage of that natural bulk that it already has, and then maybe up its special defense. Big thought there, you know? Like maybe make him a careful nature, and then I don't really know what homie has right now, but tackle, harden, rock throw, and smackdown. Okay, interesting. Okay. I think it's fine, right? Like we don't really. There's not really a TM for us to have yet, so I'm sure that's okay. Joy is pretty interesting because we could kind of do anything here. Joy is level 21, and if we're looking at like adamant nature versus something else, I think that actually might be the move. But then again, she's actually kind of quick. Let's see what happens if we make you Jolly. I'm just curious. You go from 21 speed to what? 23? Yeah, okay. So that's not. Yeah. I kind of think we go back to maybe adamant nature here for like the Aqua Jet plays. And then for Truffle, I mean, I don't know. We're not necessarily faster than anything, so I almost feel like this is kind of the same thing. Tagana, you're actually naturally more quick which is interesting. And I guess we have Hyperfang, which is both of these are stacked. So I kind of like the idea of both of these in terms of revenge kills. As long as we're not, like, if we get rid of Rufflet, I think that's going to be our big, that's our big situation. So I feel like we're in the right space for all of these. I think we might as well just kind of go in and see what happens, which luckily I'm happy we ended up doing a lot of this work on the front end, because that actually makes it easier for me to do a prediction. So for those of y'all that are not aware, I like to bet on every single boss battle that we end up fighting. So this one's going to be a fun one. Like, for example, if I say Falkner, and you have the opportunity for these handful of minutes to either say we're going to lose 0 Pokemon, and we can just say sweep. We can lose 1 Pokemon, or Falkner is calling, aka we wipe. So this is your opportunity to make some money, make some channel points, do the damn thing, and gets into position to pay Twitch tax is crazy. What position specifically are you talking about? Even though I know exactly the one because I wrote the channel point. You are such a good Twitch taxpayer. You'll have to be properly rewarded. But yeah, so feel free to go ahead and put your points in. You can either predict that we're going to lose 0 Pokemon, 1 Pokemon, or none. I kind of feel like, based on where we are right now, I think that as long as we don't miss a rollout, right, this should be fine. My only potential issue here is if Rufflet ends up going rogue and beating our Fanpian, you know? Kiki says, I know nothing about Pokemon, so I'm making a very arbitrary call. You know what? That's completely fair. Cod says, watch me lose half my points. Golly. Okay. Y'all put in 5k points for us to lose 1 or more Pokemon. And then we've got 1,000 and losing 0. So, hey, fair. I'll tell you what. Obviously, Kiki, if you have any questions about Pokemon, I'm just happy that you're here. I'm more happy more than happy and more than willing to be able to answer them for you. Even if there's just a Pokemon that you kind of like how they look, and you want to know a little bit more about them, feel free. Especially with what we're looking at right now. I'm looking at this team, and the only thing I'm really worried about is this Pokemon right here. If we can get past this Pokemon, then I think we'll be okay. Because this Pokemon has the ability Hustle, which makes your attacks hit harder, but it makes your accuracy a little bit lower. So it puts you at like 80% accuracy, but like plus 50% boosted from your specific attack. So if you have an attack that's like base 40 power, right, like a tackle, instead of 40, if it hits, it'll do base 60, which obviously is more math. But if we get past this little bastard, then I think we'll be okay. The Watchroll and the Flittle I'm not really too worried about, but I guess we'll see, right? Kiki says, the generic but important question, what is your favorite Pokemon? Oh, my favorite Pokemon is the one, the only, I'm gonna go ahead and look them up for you. The one, the only Jirachi. I love this little freaking star boy. This is my absolute favorite. I've loved him for the very first moment that I saw him. I'm thinking of potentially getting a Jirachi tattoo, as well as a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon tattoo. And I have plenty of ideas of kind of what I'm thinking about and what I might do. But yeah, Jirachi's my favorite Pokemon of all time, bar none. And yeah, I love my little star boy. Amber, thank you so much for the hydrate and the stretch, the sit up, and the reset. You must have knew that I did back day recently, so I appreciate your care for me, you know? Thank you so much for the, you know. Thanks so much for the hydrate. How you doing? How's your Tuesday? How's your Tuesday, in it? Hope everything is going cool. Nice. Visually speaking, I like the weird little guy, so Sableye gets plus points for me. Hell yeah. I like that, Kiki. I like that. Did you like the Mega Evolution form that Sableye got, where it's just kind of like hoarding that giant gem, the big rupee, I like to call it. I think Sableye's a really dope Pokemon, and I think before fairy types were introduced, I think was just such a goated typing. Zona says the Ralts line? Hell yeah. Headassery aside, really do like the entirety of the Ralts line. Like, I like Ralts, I like Curlia, I like Gallade, I like Gardevoir. Hell yeah. Like, all of that is good. All of that is very, very, very good. But yeah, like that. Zona, of the Ralts line, which is your favorite? If I'm asking. And then I'm gonna be right back. Stuck between Ralts and Gardevoir? You know ball. You very much know ball. Very, very much. Sweet. Okay, so we've got our predictions, so there's nothing left for us to do except for get it going. So we're gonna go ahead and make our way over to Falkner. I think regardless, this will be a good learning experience for everybody involved. And we'll see if we're the real deal right now. So I always like playing the regular music when it comes to these battles, and today won't be any exception, you know? Today won't be any exception. All right, Falkner, 3 Pokemon. Let's make sure that we have the right party member. Like I said, this should just be a Young Dawn sweep, right? I really do think this should just be a Young Dawn sweep, but I guess we'll see, right? I guess we'll see. All right. Oh, hi there. I'm Falkner, a gym leader from Johto. I'm traveling in Kanto looking for information on Mega Evolution, but I found nothing so far. A battle is what you're looking for? I guess I could spare the time. I'll demonstrate the power of elegant bird Pokemon. Let's get it going. First mini boss fight. Let's go. Also, Nori coming through with the immediate cursed point flex. Golly. We're like frame 1 hating today. I'm here for it though. How you doing, Nori? Hope all is well. All right, so the plan here, like I said, defense curl is probably the plan. And then really, I think we just roll out here, maybe. Now, I'm actually kind of curious, because... Yeah, I'm really curious, because... There's a part of me that just says we should roll out, but then I'm wondering if it makes sense to... Yeah, I'm wondering if it makes sense to... I mean, maybe it makes sense to roll out. It's kind of weird. I don't know. It's a weird one, right? Because I can roll out and start the process, or I can potentially get Tigana in there and get like a bite off, right? Which like might not be bad, right? This is kind of a weird one. You know what? Actually, let me do a quick calculation. I'd rather know, right? Because I don't want to go in this immediately and then feel very stupid for the decision that I ended up making, you know? Okay, so Psybeam's a guaranteed 4-co. And then roll out, obviously, you know, depending on our, we did do, huh. Let me, This is an interesting one, I will say. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Actually, you know what? I think I'm actually going to take this opportunity and switch into Gunna. Yeah. I think I'm going to do that. I think that's the smart move. I think so. Assuming they're gonna Calm Mind, which is a little scary, right? Not the hugest fan of that, but yeah, I really. Like maybe we can get the bite off. Okay, Disarm Cry. I don't really like that. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's not good. Okay. That's weird. That's kind of weird. That's a little awkward, isn't it? Okay. Come on. Oh my god. Okay. That's another... Oh man. Okay. This got really weird all of a sudden. Like kind of wildly so. Okay. Yeah, this thing's set up very quickly. What to do, what to do, what to do. Okay. I think we switch Acho in here, maybe. Yeah. The speed boost is a little interesting, but we'll make it work. Okay, so this thing is just gonna straight up try to Calm Mind and... Okay. Yeah, this is gonna get very interesting. Oh god. It's setting up Calm Minds. I'm scared. I'm scared. This is gonna get real weird. Oh god, no! Acho, no! Come on, give me something. No, we're cooked. We're so cooked. Chat, it might be curtains. Okay. This is real weird, but okay, we're gonna send Joy out. We're gonna send Joy out. I'm gonna go Aqua Jet here. Nope. Okay. Oh, God. Yeah, this got real weird. God, yeah, this got real weird very quickly. Come on, Joy, give me something. Come on. No! Ah! And that's a crit? Uh-oh. Golly. Okay. Alright, we got Tigana. This is a real weird one, man. This is a real weird one. We're gonna get Quick Attack out. Yeah, I hated that, I'm gonna be honest. Okay. Alright, I guess there's nothing else but to put, no, I'm okay, right? Like, it's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's gonna get real interesting right now, but... Alright. Come on! Come on! Come on, Young Don, come on! Give me something! Give me something! Give me something! Okay, the berry juice is clutch. Nice! Young Don! Young Donnie, baby! I hate that we had to lose Joy that early, though. I think we're good now, obviously, but... I feel like I ended up losing a couple of Pokemon for, like, no reason, damn near. Okay, nice. GG's. Never cooked, but that does feel bad. That does feel a little bad. But... we're gonna go ahead and... Man, that was weird. That was kind of a weird one, because I don't know if it made sense to... Truthfully, I don't know if it made sense to just defense curl into rollout there. Or, yeah, like, that's a bit of a weird one, right? Like, you can't really account for 2 bites missing in that moment, right? Where Hustle makes my 100% accuracy move an 80% accuracy, and then you miss that twice while it gets to just kind of set up on you. Unlucky. Unlucky, unlucky, unlucky. Unlucky. But we live to see another day, right? We live to see another day, and that's what matters, you know? COD, so do you win points or lose points? Anybody that said that I would lose a Pokemon, aka option 2, is our winner. I'm sorry to all of my believers. I promise you I'll do better next time. I promise you I'll do better next time. Yeah, Zona, baddie, that's my fault. That's my fault. But there's gonna be another opportunity here in a bit to gain your points back. But I think it is very poetic, and Nova might be here to laugh. I think it's extremely poetic that Joy and Acho ended up immediately dying within the first instance of a turbulence, so to speak. So yeah. Rest in peace to Joy, rest in peace to Acho. And hopefully we'll be able to get through the rest of this game with little to zero scandals. So hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's the thing with Nuzlocking. Sometimes you just gotta you end up just kind of having to live to see another day. Everybody, if you want to go ahead and give your Fs, your 07s to Joy, And if you want to go ahead and give your Fs and 07s to Acho, you both will truly be missed in the great PC box in the sky. Okay. With that being said, we're going to bring these two immediately onto the team because the show must go on. And with the show coming and going on, rather, we're going to have to regroup and figure out how the hell we beat Brock with hopefully less casualties. We're going to have to see how we beat Brock with hopefully less casualties. Which I think, honestly, should be pretty easy to do. Low-key. Right? Low-key. Nova, did you see that? Did you see that Joy and Acho got clapped there? I just think that's a little, I think that's a little poetic. Yeah, Joy and Acho got clapped. In the same battle, mind you. Yeah. Natural selection? Hey, yo, man. Hey, yo, that's crazy. Okay. Let's go ahead and figure out where we're gonna go and what we're going to do here. Gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of looking at this in the immediate and going, well, what the hell am I going to do? And to that I say, I think our team here right now is good to face Brock. Like, this is literally the best that we have going into this. I'm kind of thinking that based on our moveset here, it's gonna maybe make sense to... I'm like trying to see what actually does make sense to do. Acho is just free food. I mean, hey, fair. Okay. Let's see how we get through this though. I'm thinking potentially a rollout strat might be pretty decent here. Yeah, I'm thinking a rollout strat might be decent. We also could potentially do magnitude. I mean, we're faster than this Pokemon, so I mean, technically we might actually be able to cook low key. But I want to make sure that we're doing what needs to be done correctly here, you know? Let's see. All right. Okay, so let's see what we're facing against Brock right now. This is actually a little concerning, just a teeny bit. Not the worst thing in the world, but definitely a teeny bit concerning. So I'm seeing Bulldoze, I'm seeing Gyro Ball, Toxic, Protect, Self-Destruct. We've got an Onyx over here. There's a lot going on, right? Plenty. Based on our Pokemon right now, it kind of seems like if we're in a situation where we can let Mankey cook a little bit, then we might be pretty good. I think the goal is maybe let it go against Onyx and maybe see what happens, or maybe let Claunchy go against Onyx. Yeah, either way, I think we gotta figure this one out. Okay. Let's see. I don't know, y'all. This is kind of a weird early game. I feel like we really did kind of hoe ourselves just losing out on Acho and freaking Joy. Because Acho, I low-key was trying to get I was trying to get Mudshot as a pretty legitimate item or strat, but we still can maybe be able to work. Hey, the Lazinator. How you doing, fam? Welcome on in. That's our level cap that we're working with at the moment. We're gonna try to see if we can be able to pull something off, you know? Hello, good, how are you? I'm doing pretty all right. I made some silly potential, more unlucky than silly mistakes, but we're about to face Brock with this team, and I'm trying to see how I'm going to maneuver this with losing as little Pokemon as possible. But yeah, happy that you're here, fam. Welcome on in. Happy Tuesday. Let's see what does a Custap Berry do? Move first in its priority bracket when its HP is low 1/4. Interesting. So this thing is very much trying to look for a way to just completely explode. So if there's a way that we can be able to knock it out from at least like a third, we'll be okay. Nice. Flicker says, you accepted my friend request after a year? I did. There was reason for that because I believe that I want to make sure that I'm filtering out all of my Discord requests for potential opportunities in the future. But yeah, congrats, and I hope that you enjoy our newfound Discord friendship, you know? So, hey. Laz says, once they're done, right? Yep. For the bounds of this Nuzlocke, that's exactly what the heck is going on. So, hey. You said I'm clearing out my DMs. Amazing. But yeah, that's essentially what we got going on and what the move is right now. Okay, so I've never done one before. What are the rules for me? So essentially the rules are going to be pretty simple. I would say that for this one, you can catch the first Pokemon like on each route and each new location. You have to nickname all of your Pokemon, and essentially if a Pokemon faints, it is dead, done, dusted, boxed up, never to be seen again. So, you know, some fun stuff. Some fun stuff if I do say so myself. So, yeah, that's kind of the wave right now and where I think we're moving. So, we're currently trying to face Brock, who has an Alolan Geodude, a Varoom, an Onix, and an Archon. So, hey. COD says, say I redeem name a mon and I want Gengar. Do you need to have it already, or can we redeem it and you save it for that specific mon? So, COD, the way that I am thinking about the way like naming a mon as a channel point reward works is the next Pokemon that we end up catching is going to be named that Pokemon. So like I can't guarantee, right? I can't guarantee me catching a Gengar on this run. If I do, amazing, right? But usually what ends up happening is like, you know, people will redeem it after I end up catching the Pokemon because they know it's a guaranteed. So I can't remember. COD, was it you that did Cheeks Cake or was it somebody else? It low-key might have been Randy. But like, yeah, that's essentially what I think was Randy then. So, but yeah. So that says Radical Red. I ain't never heard of that either. All good, fam. I got you. So this is pretty much, if you want to know about what Radical Red is, you can do that. If you want the general rules of like what the Nuzlocke is going to be, that's your key right there. Trust me. These are a lot of crazy, insane terms that we're throwing at you. So no worries if you're feeling a little whatever, right? I completely get it. Okay, so let's do a Alolan Geodude and let's do Phanpy, right? We know we're faster, so let's maybe do Ice Shard. Okay, and then we could potentially do okay. We could do Rollout. Phanpy, I don't know, has Bulldoze. I can't, truthfully, I cannot remember. I think for the purposes of this, maybe it learned Bulldoze, but let me check. I think I was kind of going more for a rollout strat. We get Magnitude at level 15, so we don't get Bulldoze as of yet. So my thought process is I'm thinking maybe like, I'm thinking we do I'm thinking we do 2 ice shards, right? Or maybe 1 ice shard into a, I'm thinking we do 1 ice shard or maybe 2 ice shards into a, this is a weird one, right? Because for this I'm trying to break sturdy, which an ice shard is gonna help me do, right? So I could maybe do an ice shard into a magnitude and then just pray for, like if I get a good magnitude, then we're chilling, right? Right, like if I get a good magnitude, we're chilling. I could do 1 ice shard, play it by ear, see how much we do, right? And then maybe get a magnitude off, see kind of what the vibe is. Yeah, I think that might have to be the play, which is it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite, but it'll work decently. Because the other option that I have right now is I could throw Mankey in there, right? I could, but the issue is Mankey, like, what's to stop me from not like accidentally doing too much and then getting clapped. I could save Crash Out for low kick onto Onyx, which I think might be good. So I'm thinking maybe the plan is we Young Dawn, right? Try to take care of the Geodude. Hopefully don't get hit with the self-destruct. And then we could maybe switch, we could do some switch strats. You said, what does Jimmy have? Jimmy has Purifying Salt, Resist Ghost, and Immune to Status, which actually might be really good against the Varoom, maybe. I kind of wish that we knew something that wasn't freaking, like, I wish we knew a ground type move, but I get it, right? But the issue is that the Varoom also knows Bulldoze. Is there a move relearner? There's no move relearner. There's no move relearner until Cerulean, which is what our issue is. It's like what we get is what we get, or like what we have is what we have, rather. So, you know, fun freaking stuff. Dang, because I was hoping Jimmy had rocks early. Yeah, no, what we kind of have is what we kind of have, which unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. All right, we're gonna do probably Bubble over Splash, right? That's probably fair. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of what we're working with right now. Because I was hoping Jimmy had rocks early. Yeah, that'd be fun, but I fear that is not what we are blessed with today. So, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking Young Dawn is gonna have to deal with Geodude. The best case scenario, right, is for us not to get hit. Or rather us to not get blown up on. I could, right? What I could do is I could play a little bit of a strat here where I don't know, maybe like Tagana could come out, maybe. Yeah, if I can figure out a way to dodge a bulldoze, I feel like that's just the best case scenario for me, right? This is weird. This is super weird. Okay. Yeah, not my favorite, but like, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Its special defense isn't amazing either, which is nice. Low key, it almost kind of feels like I can switch freaking Mankey into it. Lies, thank you so much for following. I appreciate it, fam. Also, I want to make sure I'm getting your name right. Is it Lazinator or Lazinator? I want to make sure I'm giving that proper respect, right? Laze? Okay, perfect. Okay. Well, welcome on in, Lazinator. Thank you for summoning Mario to the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Every follow does come with a free bed and a free breakfast, so I hope that is something that you feel good about, you know? You could send Dawn out first, and if you expect Explosion, you could switch to Jimmy since he might tank it better. I'm not mad at that, actually. I'm not mad at that at all. It's not a bad idea. Zona said could use that bed and breakfast. Hell yeah. hell yeah. Cause I don't like truffle in any of these situations. Believe it or not. I hate truffle in the majority of these situations. To be honest with you. But it might be the thing that ends up saving my life. Who knows? Okay, we're gonna make truffle faster. We're gonna make truffle faster. Hold on. We're gonna make you jolly because I think being jolly in this situation, being able to attack twice, I think is actually really good. Because, oh, actually, never mind. We're not faster than Archon or Onyx. Okay. Never mind. You're gonna be plus defense. Yep, you're gonna be impish nature because I need you to potentially be able to tank a hit, and then that way Blaze can kind of go crazy. Because what I'm thinking is potentially flame charge into flame wheel. Because flame charge makes me faster than both of these Pokemon, so no matter what, I feel like that makes sense. And then you flame wheel. It kind of sucks because both of them have berry juice, which is annoying. Ugh, you know? What nature is Jimmy? Jimmy is currently careful nature, but Jimmy could be whatever we want Jimmy to be, you know? So, I mean, if I'm me, right, then maybe we do plus defense, like maybe we make Jimmy impish nature under the assumption that we're gonna want him to take some some moves anyway. And I feel like being bold, like the minus attack is like, or the minus speed, or no, the bold is plus defense minus attack, right? Impish is gonna work better, I think, in this situation, right? Because it's like we don't have a special move, right? We have tackle and harden and a bunch of other stuff, so it's like I'm kind of living on a rock prayer, which low-key might end up working out for us, depending. Hey, Draco Starcloud, welcome on in. Thank you so much for the I Ask You 3000. Which I don't know if you knew this, but I'm very excited to introduce you all to the I Ask You 3000 question. This is a wonderful book that I have up here that honestly, I haven't been able to use in a while, but this is a wonderful book in which you get to ask me a wonderful question off of these 3,000 questions about me type of book. You get to know a little bit about me. I get to know a little bit about you, and we get to know a little bit about each other. And if that's not a win-win, then I don't know what is. So, Draco, thank you so much for being curious and asking. And we're going to go ahead and see what's going on. Question number 1984. 1984. I guess we can see. Okay. Oh, okay. The question is, how are you your own worst enemy? Okay, this is a good question. So for me, I'd probably say I'm my own worst enemy because I think I tend to sometimes let imposter syndrome get the best of me. I think being a first generation college student / graduate, there were a lot of spaces in which I felt like I wasn't supposed to be there, or even like some of the spaces that I feel like I'm in right now. I feel like sometimes I am like not necessarily worthy to be in the spaces that I'm in, whether it's just because of like either a lack of knowledge or just like a lack of like the confidence in some of those situations, which is very odd, right? Because I feel like it would appear as though like I'm a very confident individual, and I would say that I am for the most part, but I definitely think that like that's something that I like to combat myself against, just because I know that like the spaces that I'm in are very purposeful and like there's reason for me to be there. So yeah, I'd probably say that's probably how I'm my own worst enemy. I think that with a little bit of overthinking definitely doesn't do the body or the soul very well. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Thank you so much for asking. How are y'all worst enemy? And I guess my other question is, what are the steps that you're using to combat that, you know? Thank you, Draco. Appreciate you. Hoping all is cool, you know? COD says, yeah, impish on Jimmy would be best, plus defense minus special attack. Yeah. COD says, I'm my own worst enemy due to my anger issues, which I know I have problems with. Fair enough. All good, COD, man. Listen, sometimes inhala, sometimes exhala. You know, it's all good. Zona says, I put too much effort trying to be there for people to my own detriment. And I don't do really anything for myself. Came into contact with that too much recently. Gotcha. Well, Zona, listen. Always make sure that you're pouring your glass into the cups that are gonna end up pouring back into you as well, you know? So, hey, never spread yourself too thin. Jaggy said, how am my own worst enemy? I have trouble delegating at work sometimes. Also, I'm my own worst enemy by having slammed my finger in a car door this week. Ouch. Well, F. 07. I hope you're feeling okay. Hope your finger is all right. Also, I can understand that. Do you feel as though it is a situation in which you don't know what to delegate, Draco, or do you feel as though you find yourself having trust issues for individuals to do the job that you would delegate them to do, if that makes sense? That'd probably be that's my question probably, but we can maybe figure out some Pokemon as we can figure. So, okay, I'm thinking Young Dawn into Geodude Alolan, right? Ideally we don't get boomed, but if we suspect a boom, we can switch into Varoom, right? Then I guess we try to pop the air balloon and then just maybe figure it out from there. You know, ideally we get Young Dawn as healthy as possible, which I think, given its pickup ability, I think we might be okay with. We're just gonna have to be very careful. We're gonna have to be very careful and very intentional with the movesets that we're looking at and thinking about. Okay. Let me see something right quick. If I'm plus defense minus special attack, that's like a negligible amount of damage. That's like 62 to 58. That's like kinda. 14 to 17, 13 to 15. The ice shard could potentially end up doing a lot more. This is weird. This is weird because this is weird because I feel like these percentages actually might end up mattering a little bit. Okay. I think we're gonna play it defensive. I think we're gonna play it defensive. I don't think there's necessarily a need to maybe play it as insane as I might, especially because we can just kind of play around the. I think the goal is maybe play around Ice Shard, like Ice Shard once, see if we need an Ice Shard again, and then potentially, like I'm thinking Ice Shard into Magnitude. Hopefully it ends up dying, and then we're in a situation in where if we have Varoom out, then I feel pretty good actually. But yeah, I don't know. Jimmy MVP gonna make the opponent salty? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Draco. Hell yeah. I've been keeping my finger on ice. More like someone asked me specifically, so I feel like therefore it has to be me, even if I have a lot of other tasks. Oh, I see. Okay. So it's like that feeling as though you don't want to necessarily let somebody down if they're asking you to do something or if they're trusting you to do that task. So like delegating sometimes can be difficult because you don't necessarily want it to come off the wrong way. Okay. If I'm following. Yeah, if I'm following. For sure. Zona said, so I'm looking at a Pokemon fusion generator. I can't just have a team of Ralts fusions. I can't. Maybe I can. Listen, Zona, that's the beautiful thing about fusions. You might be able to. You might be able to. Plus, a lot of Ralts, like, that line of fusions, that line of fusions is cool as hell. Okay. Man, this is weird. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Young Dawn into Alolan Geodude. We hopefully keep it healthy, and we ideally can be able to also face Varoom, maybe. If not, we can switch into Jimmy, right? Let's just say we have, we gotta figure out a way to get freaking, we gotta figure out a way to get Archon up out of here. Damn, this is weird. Claunchy will figure out, we'll figure out something for Claunchy. I don't know exactly what, but we'll figure something out. Because I kind of want Claunchy to be a little bit of like reserved, like reserve power. And it actually has pretty decent base stats. Damn, actually, I was not expecting that. That's actually really good. What the hell? Yeah, we're gonna save Clauncher for cleanup. I think that's the plan, right? Like we just make you plus, we make you plus defense. Maybe we make you plus defense. Maybe we make you bold nature, right? Because between your bubble and water gun, right? Like it's actually not bad. Mega Launcher surely doesn't work with water gun, right? That'd be freaking crazy. Okay, it's just the pulses. That's what I thought. Okay. Would Young Dawn outspeed Geo if you made him jolly? Good question, COD. Good question. Let me see. I don't think so. Actually, he might be faster regardless. Yeah, I think he's faster regardless. Hold on. Let me confirm that. Let me confirm that. So he has a speed stat of 14. So here's the thing, right? With what we have right now, I know that I'm faster than him unless we end up running into a situation where he gets to use the cut stab berry. Because this is my thought process, right? This is my thought process. Unless he decides to do something absolutely freaking heinous, right? Unless he decides to do something absolutely heinous, my thought process was maybe Ice Shard into I was thinking Ice Shard into hopefully a good Magnitude, right? Because if we Ice Shard, we already get the damage and we get Sturdy. And if we get a good magnitude, he's not going to have the ability to be able to self-destruct after. Right? But if he ends up, then we could maybe switch into Jimmy, right? To tank that hit. Ideally, we're in a situation where Alolan Geodude is fainted, right? And our young Dawn is still alive. That's the best case scenario. So his best speed stat is 14. He's not really outspeeding anybody right now, right? It's just I don't want to have any of these other Pokemon that are here and that are available, because when I kind of look at this, I look at, you know, Jimmy can get hit with a bulldoze. Tigana can maybe sort of kind of take a hit, but I don't know if I want to do that. Truffle can get hit with a bulldoze. I could do Crash Out, right? I could do Crash Out, but like I don't want to have to use a fighting type move that might end up being a little too strong anyway, right? So, I don't know. Cod says, I'd probably go Adamant for more damage on Young Don. I'm thinking about it. I think it's a matter of like, do I want to play it offensively or defensively, right? Because if we're banking on the damage, then yeah, that could be the difference. But also, I guess tanking the hit might also potentially be the difference. But then again, I guess at the same time, we're trying to be we're going to be faster regardless. So actually, I actually do think I'm going to change that to Adamant. You might be right there. Yeah. I think our breakpoints are pretty interesting, right? Like, yeah, I like this. I like this. Also, the reason I kind of like Varoom in this situation or Jimmy against Varoom is because of Purifying Salt. We're immune to status, so we don't have to deal with any bullshit that is toxic, right? We'll just have to deal with the bulldoze and the gyro ball. So, yeah. You know, ideally, I think this is doable. I do think it's doable. We're kind of faster than all of the Pokemon here with Crash Out. I want Crash Out to be clean up, and I want Claunchy to be clean up. I want these two to kind of work. I want these two to be support. And I want these two to be clean up when I feel like it makes sense and is necessary. Right? Claunchy for maybe Archon. Right? Claunchy for maybe Archon. And then maybe, you know, we got Crash Out for Onyx. I feel like that's maybe what I'm gonna do, or like what I would do. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Yeah, I think that's the plan. I might have to do a little bit of calculations, like for Archon, and then maybe Clauncher, right quick. Bubble, Water Gun, 68, 84. Okay, well, 68, 84, 68, 84. Okay, got it. 68.4, 88 point. That's weird. That's really weird that the percentages didn't change. But Pluck is also there, so. Okay. And we're not really faster anyway, or at least I don't think it's gonna make too much of a difference. So what I think we can do is bubble, and then just kind of, yeah, I think we just bubble for the speed tie. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. I guess if this doesn't necessarily make a difference. Yeah, if this doesn't make a difference, then bold is what we do there. Impish, I'm sure, is fine there. Adamant, I'm sure, is fine here. Adamant, I'm sure, is fine here because we're going to be faster regardless. Yeah, you know what? I think this is kind of just what we do here, right? I think that's just kind of what it is. Yeah, I think this is the team. There's not really much else for us to do. Like, It's not like we have TMs or any other things to really work with. So I think that's what we roll with right now, y'all. I think that's what we work with here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna read y'all the rules again because this is our first run. Thank y'all so much for sticking with me, obviously. COD says, I hope I've been semi-helpful. No, COD, you definitely have been. I feel like even if I would have came to the same conclusions, it's always nice being able to kind of hear the thought process for like what you all are thinking, right? Because it always helps me either justify or find a counterpoint, right? So, hey. Draco, did you just say do the all Parasect fusions team? Can I say the Parasect fusions are super like creepy, depending on kind of like what you're like what you're having? The Spiritomb ones too. I mean, that just kind of goes into the Pokemon, the Pokedex entries, because those are pretty freaking wild. Especially when you kind of realize that like Parasect is just like, it's a husk of a body, and like the husk ended up winning. It's strange. It's very, very strange. But okay. So just so you all know, accuracy reducing moves and evasion raising effects have been removed from the game. Baton pass is removed. Sleep clause is in effect, meaning only one Pokemon per team can be put to sleep at a time. Oko moves are removed. The bag is inaccessible during boss battles. There's a soft level cap before each boss, which reduces EXP gains significantly when the level cap is reached. Pokemon will disobey when leveled too far above the level cap. Consumable held items come back after trainer battles. Battle style is forced to set. You cannot thief items from trainers. You are automatically healed to in full in most boss battles to prevent certain exploits. So that is what we got, and that is what we're working with. And you know what? Honestly, I think that's that. Zona said I do like the Parasect fusions. Hell yeah, they're cool. They're very cool, but like for sure creepy looking. Right, we can agree on that. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's get it going, shall we? We're gonna put a little bit less time on the clock. I'll do 5 minutes again, actually. I'll do 5 minutes again. That way you can kind of see my thought process and make your bets accordingly. I feel like attempt number one, we were really blessed to have never lost a Pokemon during a gym battle because we were just able to make it work. So, hey, you know, maybe it should be kind of cool. Golurk Parasect is a particular favorite. Okay. You know, Drake, I do have a Golurk in my squad right now, so if I end up getting a Parasect, you know, I'll bite, right? I'll bite. I am looking for a pretty cool fusion for my Golurk though. Okay, y'all. Like I said, this is gonna be a little bit of a weird one, but I think we have the tools to be able to maneuver. I think the success of this run, this gym battle, is gonna depend on how healthy we can keep Young Dawn throughout. Like, my ideal situation, right? If it was up to me, I'd love to have Young Dawn healthy and have beaten a Alolan Geodude. How we do that is probably an Ice Shard into a whatever move, I guess, and then into into a strong magnitude. If I'm able to do that, then I think we're in really, really, really good shape. You know? COD says I say magnitude then Ice Shard. So COD, here's why I'm thinking the opposite, right? Because I don't want the magnitude to end up being too strong, right? Because if it ends up being too strong, then it's gonna activate Sturdy, which then its Custat Berry I think might end up over prioritizing over my Ice Shard. Actually, you know what? I want to make sure that my thought process there is right. I want to make sure that my thought process is there is right. Hold on. Yeah. So Custap Berry essentially is like, you consume the item and you immediately go first. As opposed to like, Ice Shard definitely is a priority. Ice Shard is definitely a prioritized move, right? Which in any other circumstance it would end up working. I think Custap ends up working above. So what I want to do is Ice Shard initially, break Sturdy, and then just hope for a hard-hitting Magnitude. If we get the hard-hitting Magnitude, then amazing, right? We got to outspeed, and it is what it is. If we don't, then we know it probably makes sense to switch into Jimmy, keep Young Don healthy, get Jimmy where they need to be, try to ideally... Jimmy's biggest job right now is to tank damage and then to pop the balloon of the Varoom. I think that's Jimmy's biggest job. Young Don can take out the Alolan Geodude. If Jimmy can take out the Varoom's air balloon, then we're kind of in a bit of a better space because I have a lot more tools to be able to work with. Like I can send out Onyx into maybe Crash Out, right? And then I can maybe send, you know, Clauncher into the Archon or maybe vice versa, depending, right? So it's kind of where I'm at with it right now. Golly. Okay. So that's my thought process, right? That's my thought process. But anyways, make sure y'all put y'all votes in, and make sure you put your channel points in. I see 5.8K in me losing a Pokemon. So we have some half believers. We don't have any full doubters or any full believers here, which is, you know, which is interesting. Yeah. You said I give it a 5 out of 10 chance of winning. You're giving me, you're calling this a coin flip? I'd probably say more 70-30. Me personally, I'd probably say more 70-30, but I also get it if you want to call it a coin flip. I don't blame you. I'd rather you be a half believer than a full doubter, you know? I'd rather you be a half believer than a full doubter. So, 1 second, I'm gonna get my phone charger and we'll get it going. All right. Draco, thank you so much for redeeming the hi, I'm new. Hoping all is well. Welcome on into the stream. I appreciate you coming through and visiting little old me. It means the absolute world. My goal for anybody that comes through is just to leave you better than how I found you. So, hey, that is what I'm hoping I can be able to do for you. All right? All right, let's... We've got Young Don out first, right? All right, let's go. Tua, hey, what's poppin', brother TK3? It's hanging, Tua, it is hanging. We're playing a little bit of Radical Red. You know the dealio. How's it going? So you're new here. I'm Brock. I'm Pewter's gym leader. My rock hard willpower is evident even in my Pokemon. My Pokemon are all rock hard and have true grit determination. That's right, my Pokemon are all a rock type. You're gonna challenge me knowing that you'll lose? That's a trainer's honor that compels you to challenge me. Fine then, show me your best. And just like that, ladies and gents, we are in the thick of it. Just like that, we are in the thick of it. Let's get it going. All right, so Geodude, kind of the interesting situation we got here. Zona says, Brock, please stop telling us how hard your Pokemon are. Facts. But appreciate you. I'm glad you like the Captua and Radical Red, indeed. So, like I said, I think Ice Shard makes the most sense here. right? Okay, this thing just self-destructed off rip, which is insane. But okay. I guess that's fine. I was not expecting that to self-destruct off rip, but okay. Okay, so Onyx here is very interesting. Yeah, Onyx here is very interesting. Okay, I'm a little thrown because homie just decided to immediately blow up his Pokemon, which maybe I get. Maybe it was just a threat he saw. Okay, so kind of weird what we got going on right now, right? Does Onyx kill me in any instance here? Does Onyx kill me in any instance? Don't mind me, y'all. I'm just whenever I type, sometimes it allows that to go, so don't mind. Does Onyx kill me at all ever here? Like if I'm at like level, if I'm at like 35, guaranteed 3-co, possible 5-co, magnitude could put some pain in, ice shard could put some pain in, and Draco says, Brock, please. HR's already had this talk with you. No, facts. That is so facts. That's so facts. Okay. This isn't the worst thing, actually. Rollout isn't gonna do a crazy amount of damage. Right? Like, rollout's really not gonna be my saving grace here. I think... Alright, Bulldoze is apparently a guaranteed... With where I'm at right now, Bulldoze is a guaranteed 3-co. So I think what I'm gonna do... Okay. I think what I'm gonna do... Tua says, depends on if he has super effective moves, then boys be hurting. Facts. COD says, how's the fight going? Had to update stuff. The Geodude blew up immediately, so that's fun. Yeah, the Geodude blew up immediately, so that's fun. So, okay, we're adamant, so that's okay. Okay, I think the play here is to magnitude and just hope for a good one. We magnitude and we hope for a good one. Bulldoze won't kill. Our speed's low. Come on, give me something. 6? Okay, a little more than half. It's not amazing. It's not amazing. We get away with another one, assuming it doesn't crit. Yep. I'm okay with this. Oh, let's go! Magnitude 10, baby! Okay. Okay. Young Don, you did your job. Young Don, you did your job so well. Okay. 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 Okay, so here's the interesting thing, right? What's the best move here? Do I send Jimmy in? I could maybe send Jimmy in. Right? Because that does kind of help me dodge. Yeah, I think I like Jimmy. I think I like Jimmy here because no matter what, I think we're okay. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite, but it's doable. Like, this is very doable. And then I think what we do here, is we press smackdown. Right? We press SmackDown. Yep. That's okay. The air balloon popped, which is actually what's really important here. I'm gonna play the role a little bit. Rock Throw and SmackDown have the same. Let me cook here for a little bit. Okay. Okay. I got another two moves. I got another two moves. Yeah. I'm thinking Crash Out is gonna be the goal to. Yep. Okay. I'm cool with that. Yep. Okay. I'm thinking right now is where we kind of go against Crash Out here. Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking Crash Out is the goal here. Maybe. Okay. It's okay. Now, here's the question. Here's the question. Is this AI intelligent enough to recognize that is this AI intelligent enough to recognize that I'm going to hit you with a super effective move and you have a flying type? So there's no reason you shouldn't, which is why, honestly, Pursuit is probably the better move to do right now anyway, right? I think that's the case. I think I'm gonna try to do a low. Yeah. It's weird because I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this and then you end up switching. But if I do Pursuit's the safest play all around, because like Karate Chop has the potential to just not hit, and I don't want to necessarily give you a free switch for no damage. I'd rather kind of know, because you're gonna be slower than me anyway. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, maybe I don't have to do this. How? Hold on. Archin isn't really heavy. Archeops is kind of. Okay. Never mind then. I might actually just be able to. This might actually be the smart thing to do then. Ooh! Is this fuck. Because I could play this smart. I could play this smart in Rock Tomb. Rock Tomb is the ultimate big play, actually. Karate Chop hits our chops, which is fine. But we get the super effective move against. What do I do? You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna Rock Tomb. I'm playing big boy play. Okay. They didn't give me what I wanted, which is okay. Toxic is a crazy move. Are you gonna toxic stall me? This bastard has protect, don't you? Okay. Oh, that's actually kind of bad. Hold on. Uh-oh. 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 Anger point is crazy. Okay, we're good. This is interesting. This is very interesting because you have this bastard has the ability to protect right now. But I don't want to risk that. Yeah, I think we switch into Gunna and keep it pushing. We switch into Gunna and keep it pushing. Cause I would have hate to get hit with a bulldoze just then. I would have hate to get hit with a bulldoze. All right, don't you hold me. Don't you hold me. Don't you hold me to Gunna. Don't you hold me. Come on, come on. Okay. Cool. You did your job. Okay. This dude is talking about it itches. What itches? Okay. I mean, I think this is the answer, right? Claunchy? Okay. Okay. It's not my favorite, but doable. And then I think we just do bubble. I think we just do bubble. Okay. Give me something. Give me something. Give me something. That's not my that's not my favorite. Come on. Does this dude kill me? 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 What is defeatist? Oh, it's halved when it's ooh. Ooh. I think I stay in, actually. I think I stay in. I think. Let me just make sure. Let me make sure, because your attack is halved. And I'm bold nature. I think I tank this and we just win. But I've gotta make sure. You're like at like 5 HP, dog. And I'm at 15. Do you kill me? They're telling me no. Okay. They're telling me I live. They're telling me I live. I'm calling ball game. They're telling me I live. That's 0 Pokemon lost, baby. Let's get it. Okay, that's ball game. Put it on the shelf. That's ball game, baby. Put it on the freaking shelf. Woo! Draco says Archon needed defeatist or it would have been too Drake. No, dead ass. No, I'm so like yes. Tua said the Rocks of Fury done robbed you, man. Rock Tom is wild. Hey. Zona said when I was a kid first reading Rock Tomb, I thought Tom rhymed with bomb. Ah. Rock bomb, rock Tom. So now I can never say rock Tom the right way? Hell yeah. Speaking of, all right, level cap increased to 22. GG's, baby. G freaking G's. Shout out to all of my believers. I think y'all just got a payday just now. Yeah, I think y'all just got a payday. Yeah, Zona, Draco. I think y'all might have robbed Codban just now. GG's. GG's. Hey. Massive payday. Listen, this is what happens when you're a believer, you know? Appreciate y'all for sure. Okay. And we lost no Pokemon. I love that. I think we played that very intelligently, which I can get behind. Tua said, I didn't get to vote. Where's the justice? Hey, listen, it's all good, fam. It's all good. Okay. Feeling pretty good about that, actually. Jerry said, I can finally send my kids to college when I get kids. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I like that. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, feeling good. Beat Brock, which is nice. I think we're actually in for a decent run right now. Though I will say our team is looking insanely crazy for Misty. So yeah, we're gonna have to try to figure out how that's gonna work. We're for sure gonna need to figure out how that's gonna work, but I guess maybe that's a bridge we can cross when we get there, I suppose, right? There's actually still a handful of Pokemon that we need to go grab, potentially, so that actually might do us a couple of favors. Of course, we have Shino here, which is nice. I gotta figure out where I picked these two up. This was Route 21, and this was Viridian City. Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. Love that for us. Okay. Okay, so this is the squad for right now. Let's look at what's potentially next. We could get ourselves another forest expansion Pokemon, which could actually be pretty clutch, depending on what we end up grabbing. And then obviously we have Route 3 right here, right? But within Route 3, we also can go grab our Magikarp, right? Our Magikarp could end up just being our Route 3 encounter. And then our Pewter City encounter ended up being what's it called? Our mystery egg, right? Which I think that's how we're doing it. Okay. Fun. Actually, you know what? Give me a second. We might actually... Was I smart? I hatched this in Pewter City. I should have freaking... You know where I should have hatched this? I should have hatched this in the forest expansion. If I gave myself the chance. Which I did not. But that's okay. Okay. Chat, we also technically get a Pallet Town encounter. I could get us a Tentacool right now. Would a Tentacool do us good? A tentacle does us decent. A tentacle does us decent, actually. We get sludge at 22. Sludge, acid spray. That's not bad. Toxic spikes. It's not bad. It's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. Yeah, chat. I think we just go for... I think that's what we do. I guess there's also potential... Never mind. We already caught our Route 22 encounter. Yep. Okay. All right. Well, lads, ladies, non-binary babies, and everybody else. I guess we can keep going, right? Guess we can keep going. Drago, thank you so much for the lucky point flex. I appreciate it. I was gonna say we are definitely in for one right now. So, okay. I'm thinking forest expansion. I think we go and try to get a forest expansion mon right now. Which I think I'm okay with. But that also means that we need to potentially face this mini boss right here, which is this is a Charcadet and a Gulpin. Which doesn't seem initially like much, but is kind of insane. I kind of really... It's funny, Nightshade doesn't seem like it would be too crazy of a move until you all see what we have going on over here. Okay. So, she has a Charcadet and a Gulpin, right? I feel like the smart thing to do is maybe go... Does Gulpin what is Gulpin? What is Gulpin? Takes one from rock moves. What is the Ayapapa berry? What is the Ayapapa berry? What's going on? What's going on with this? Oh, if the HP reaches 1/4, the Ayapapa berry is consumed. The Pokemon health is increased by 1/3 of its maximum HP. Okay. But then could potentially be confused, which I doubt is going to happen. Gluttony is already going to be there. Belch is an absolutely freaking insane move to have, by the way. What the hell? Hold on. Jesus. That's a one. Wow. Okay, so the user must. Yeah, okay. So, some bullshit, to be honest. This Pokemon is insane. Let me look at Phanpy right quick. Phanpy, if you... Bullet Seed is doing kind of some damage. Depending. Huh. It's such a weird, like, situation to be in right now. You know? Okay. Like, I think we're fine. Like, I don't think we're gonna run into any issues, but still, you know? Okay. So I think we lead Jimmy, I guess. I think we lead Jimmy. I guess the question is, what do I want to do with, This is weird because I'm almost thinking that we need to. This is weird because I'm almost thinking that I need to grab Tentacool first. Does that make sense? I almost feel like I need to grab Tentacool first, like low key. Huh. Yeah, I feel like that's actually the play because then we can utilize and then quite easily get our other catch. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, bruh. We do not care. All right, perfect. Cool. Let's make our way back over. Did we get a Viridian City encounter? We did. It was the Meryl. GG's. GG's. I just wanted to make sure I was doing the right thing. Okay. Let's go ahead and just catch this Tentacruel, I guess. Actually, I was gonna say before I do this, I wanted to make sure. Okay. I was gonna say before I do this, I wanted to make sure that I had Pokeballs, but I think we should be okay. 10 should be fine. I think in this situation. Claunchy, go you. Let's just throw a Pokeball and see how you're feeling. Let's throw a Pokeball and see how you're feeling. How you doing? Okay, maybe not for you. Understandable. How about... This is kind of strange. There's not a Pokemon that I would... Actually, you know what? Do I risk it? I'm gonna risk it. Okay, hell yeah. That should make it wildly easy. Right? Right, guys? That should make it easy, I think. 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. Lovely. I was scared. I was scared. You never know. All right, y'all. Another capture means another opportunity for us to name a Pokemon, is what I would say, but I believe Randy left us a note to name this Pokemon Cheesecake. So I think that is exactly what we're going to do. We can't really name it Cheesecake the second, but it will be Cheesecake the second in our hearts. So, hey, congratulations to Randy for that. I think with that being said, the next Pokemon that we catch, which is going to be in the cave, is going to be pretty freaking is pretty fair game. Stuck in ads, too late to name him Junior, eh? Yeah, I don't think you weren't gonna be able to name him regardless because there was somebody who had redeemed it already, like way earlier on in the stream. But that's not to say that the next Pokemon that we name can't be. That's not to say that the next Pokemon that we have can't be named after old Junior. That's your prerogative, that's what you want to do, and I will not blame you, you know? Okay. We're gonna do that for you, you know, we might as well put the both of you to level 15 and see what happens, I guess. We might as well play around with all of our options, right? I think that's exactly what we're gonna do. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Not really mad at toxic spikes. I'll use all 28k points to name an actually used Pokemon, Queen Laquifa. Well, I don't know if we have that many, like, I don't know if we have that many characters, you know? You'd probably have to name Q. Laquifa, maybe. You also don't have to spend that many channel points. You could just do that for 1,500. You get to name whatever Pokemon you want. Like I said, y'all are completely in charge of whether the video that I make on this is going to be monetized or not. Like, if we ever have a successful run of this, y'all are gonna be directly responsible for if it's monetized, because y'all can literally name it whatever y'all want. And that's the beauty. That's the beauty of it all. Do I want... I mean, I guess I don't need toxic spikes right now. That's not something that's like super relevant. Which I think that's okay. Shino, do you learn anything? Do you learn anything important? Is game? Weedle? Do you learn anything cool? You learned Bug Bite at 7, I guess. Which is kind of cool. Even though you already low-key might... Okay, well, you were gonna learn that anyway, I guess. Nice. Twin Needle is kind of cool. Stab twice. Over Bug Bite? Eh. Maybe I'll, it's a good... I think I might do that over Harden, maybe. 12, 13, 14. Cross Poison is nice. I'll take that any day of the week. Hell yeah. Okay, Shino, do you learn anything cool? You learn Pursuit at 17. And Assurance at 26. That's cool. Okay. Junior it is. No, I need this one to be used. Q, to be honest with you, I can't guarantee any encounter that we have is going to be consistently used. I mean, granted, there's obviously there's a Gyarados that's coming up. You know, there's a Gyarados that we're eventually going to be able to have. So if you want to just lock that in, I guess there's that. And I'd say that based on what our squad is looking like right now, Gyarados might be probably consistently used, but hey. So, hey, you're either gonna have to go ahead and lock it in, go ahead and spend your channel points, or if you want to go ahead and leave it up to the vote because you feel as though you can influence the people, hey, go ahead and do that. Okay, Junior will be Gyarados. Perfect. Gyarados is crazy, by the way. Okay. So, here's the plan. Cheeks Cake. You are Clear Body, prevents ability reduction. Cool. I think the plan is probably then to have one of you either Cheeks Cake, so just so y'all can kind of see. Y'all see the Pokemon that I'm against. This is pretty easy, I'd say, honestly. Like, we bring these two. We bring the two water types just in case it gets wicked. And then, as far as Gulpin, I don't even know, man. Gulpin, I might just have to bring the other Pokemon. Real talk. Because it's weak against Ground, Psychic, and that's pretty much it. But I don't like a Phanpy taking a Bullet Seed. I don't like the idea of Phanpy taking Bullet Seed at all. So what I'll do is I guess what I'll do is just use Clauncher, right? Clauncher, if I'm level 15, the speed stat's 17. You're level 15 and your speed stat is faster, presumably. Okay, yeah, so you boom that fraud then. What the hell? Yeah, we're We're gonna go ahead and make you modest, bucko. That way you can boom that Charcadet, and then... Yeah. Clauncher, we gonna have you boom that Charcadet and till the cows come home. We'll make you modest. We'll give you water gun, cause fuck it. We'll give you that. 85 to 10. You know what? I think that's a-okay. I think that's a-okay. And then we can use... Draco says, how many points to name Brock's Pokemon? Ooh, great question. I don't know if we have the ability to name Brock's Pokemon, but hey, if we can in a future run, trust me, that will be a channel point that will go up immediately. You don't gotta tell me twice. Okay, so Tentacool, right? Let's talk about Tentacool. Sludge is a move. Is Gulpin. Is Belch a move? Is Belch a... What is Belch? Belch is a special type. Okay, Belch is a special type move. So I know exactly what the hell I'm doing then. We're just gonna do this. We're gonna make you a freaking tank. We're gonna make you calm nature. We're gonna beat this trainer. We're gonna get another encounter, and we're gonna call it a day. Belch is when you too much food. You know what? Zona, you're completely right. Thank you for putting me on. Thank you for putting me on, fam. I appreciate it as always. Okay. So I'm gonna have to make sure that I'm careful here, because, or the reason why I make sure that I'm careful going against this trainer is that I accidentally ran into this ace trainer in my last attempt, and believe it or not, y'all saw how clutch Fanpy was in the Brock fight. I didn't have Fanpy for the Brock fight because I accidentally lost to this trainer. So you could tell that I, was obviously able to cook, but, we gotta make sure that we're good. Do we want to do a... Let's do a quick prediction for this. We'll do a quick prediction like we do a quick prediction for all of the trainers. Even though, like I said, I feel I have the utmost confidence that we're gonna clap this girl, right? So we'll make it like a 2-minute period. Like I said, I mean, this feels good to me. I think my 2 water Pokemon are really going to kind of just carry the torch here. Like, Claunchy's gonna beat up Charcadet, and then Cheekscape is gonna just wall Gulpin, in my opinion. Obviously, that can go a little bit differently, but hey. Also, I'm gonna count whatever Pokemon that I get after I beat this Pokemon, because technically this is the grass that's a bit different. So, yeah. We'll let the time pass and then I guess go. Feel free to put some points in. Do whatever it is you gotta do. And we'll go from there. Depending on how quickly we go, we might be able to go through the forest. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Zona said, I got you. Hell yeah, fam. I appreciate you looking out, always. Makes me happy. Makes me feel secure. Damn, y'all, I will say we're gonna have a pretty water heavy team here in a bit. Freaking Gyarados, Clauncher, Cheekscake. I'm glad we're facing Misty a little bit after this, but golly, Bang, 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 bang. All right, perfect. I think we should be good. I think we should be good. All right. Y'all ready? Let's do it. Let's do it, chat. Let's do it. Should be easy. Did you know this area has different encounters? Well, now I do. Thank you, Ace Trainer Nell. All right. Like I said, I think now that we're prepared, this is easy. But you can never play it too. You can never play it too safe. The crit is disrespectful. The crit is hella disrespectful. Okay, well, I mean, I guess we could just kind of do this now, right? We'll just switch into Cheesecake here. Sludge isn't gonna do a thing. And then I think we can kind of just do this, right? Q says, by the way, the Monster Hunter server exists now? Hell yeah, fam. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. You know what? I'm gonna... Okay. Bullet Seed's a little annoying right now, but nothing we can't handle. I'll hit another water gun, I guess. Okay, this is gonna get a little weird. 1, 2. We can eat that, which is good. 3, 4. Okay. A 5 hit is a little crazy. We're gonna water gun again and just to see. Belch is an insane move to have there. Belch is really insane, actually. Bang, 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 bang. I actually think we're faster, but I don't want to risk it. Does that make sense? It's kind of a weird situation I just realized we're in now. Dawn, can you take a belch? Pretty sure you can take a belch. And I'm pretty sure you're faster too. Pretty sure you're faster too. Come on. Yeah, okay. Right. Like, right? I don't want to accidentally hoe myself just now, but... Okay. Okay, then I guess I just do this and win? Okay, cool. I figured we'd win a one-on-one, but never hurts to... Yeah, never hurts to try, right? Okay, chat, congrats, we freaking did it. I was a little worried there that we were gonna randomly lose a Pokemon, but, did one of y'all put 46K on losing 0 Pokemon just now? Jesus Christ. I mean, thank you, but holy. Okay, great. This means that Tua and Zona, Jesus. I mean, Zona, you probably just ended up getting paid again, because Tua probably put in a stupid amount of channel points. I mean, I love that for us. I love that for y'all. Okay. Let me, let's see what we got working here, right? Let's see what we're working with. Yeah, I got my 10 cents back. Nice. I was gonna say you. Oh well. I was thinking you might have gotten a little bit more if somebody would have bet against, I guess. But you got your 10 cents back, which is good. Okay. So forest expansion, right? I'm looking at this and I'm kind of thinking. I don't know, actually. We can kind of go for whatever. I'm thinking off rip this is better, right? I'm thinking off rip the nighttime is better for us. I like these encounters a little bit more across the board. Yeah, I like that a lot actually. I think we're gonna go with nighttime. Let me see if I can do this correctly. We're gonna time change. We're gonna do nighttime. Okay. And then obviously our dex nav. I don't know if we see it, but there's a variety of Pokemon that we can catch here. So there are some winners. There's definitely some winners here. There's some losers here, but let's just see what we get. Yeah, baby. All right, what we got? Okay. Tarantula. Okay. That means we end up getting Spidops, which is actually a pretty interesting Pokemon. Interesting Pokemon for sure. Randy says, was that my child I just saw? Maybe, I don't know. Tua says, time change. Since when could you do that? Since we're playing Radical Red, baby. Since we're playing Radical Red, you can do anything this little world sets out for us to do. You can do anything. That's the beautiful thing about this game. You can do literally anything. That's the beautiful thing about the quality of life. Look at the Tarantula just wanting to join the team. You love to see it. All right, y'all. Another caught encounter means another opportunity. What are we naming this? What are we naming this tarantula boy? I don't know. I just realized this is one of the first times that we're able to do this session because, you know, people haven't necessarily immediately bought it. But feel free to give me some names. You can name it literally anything y'all want. We'll put it to a vote. The winner that'll be the name. Or if you just want to say screw the rules, I have money, and by money I mean channel points, you can just go ahead and use 1,500 channel points and just kind of name it whatever you'd like. Lady said, I played Mario so much as a kid I became a plumber. Nice. Nice. The career development is fantastic there. Dexter. Okay, I like Dexter. Dexter's nice. That's dope. Y'all come together and give me some names. I'll take the first 5 or whatever that we feel comfortable with, and then we'll put it to a vote. I'm gonna go grab my my phone, my other phone charger, my better one. Y'all give me some names. Okay. What we got for me? We got Dexter. We got Snugger. We got Toby Maguire and Squares. Nice. I like that. These are good. These are good. If we have one more, I'll take it. Or if we want to land on these 4, I'm also completely okay with that too. Whatever y'all want to do. What are y'all thinking? What are we thinking? I'll kind of take whatever y'all want. Okay. All right, if we're doing these 4, I'll make sure that we get it. All right. Spy dop. I mean, this is essentially going to be spy dops, right? Toby squares. What was it? It was Snugger, Toby, Squares, and then what was the other one? Dexter, right. Okay. Toby Maguire. Spy Ops. Alright, y'all got 3 minutes. Actually, no, I'm kidding. Y'all have 2 minutes. You can vote additional times. Y'all let me know what we're naming this homie. What are we naming this little dude? Beep 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 beep. Be-dee-dee. All right, we got 1 vote Dexter, 1 vote Toby Maguire. Of course, you are allowed to vote multiple times. So if you want to just go ahead and run up the score, feel free to go off to the races. You let me know. As always. I'm seeing we got some additional votes. Dexter is starting to make a little bit of a comeback and work off. What are we working? What are we thinking? Ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da. Be-da. Ba-da. Ba-da. Boo-doo-boo-boo. Boo-doo. All right. There we go. Now we're starting to work. I see Toby Maguire in 3rd. We've got Dexter seeming to be in the lead with Snugger not too back and behind. We'll see how it works and see how it turns out, I guess. I'm actually really interested in this Pokemon. It in Scarlet and Violet kind of became a bit of a clutch Pokemon to work with. So I'm curious to see what the situation is gonna be with like counter, headbutt, I see, gastric acid, a handful of other things. All right, and Dexter seems to win. Shout out to Dexter. Everybody say GG's. We're gonna be naming this little homie Dexter. Now, are we thinking about like Dexter's as in like Dexter's Lab, or are we thinking about like something else? GG's, Lays, GG's. Okay. All right, what's this? Electroweb. Nice. I was thinking Dexter's Lab, actually. Hell yeah, fam. Hell yeah. That's sick. I love that. Okay. Let's look at Spidops right quick and see what our options are. lot of interesting things we can learn here. Counter, headbutt, sticky web is at 25. Sticky web's at 27. I guess it doesn't hurt, right? It doesn't hurt. Dexter the Serial Killer Show, just aged ourselves? No, seriously. Listen, I feel like I end up aging myself all the time I'd like to consider myself pretty young, but we ran into a freaking Nimble. That would have been cool. That's a 1% chance encounter. We went from the most common to the most rare immediately. Ain't that something? Okay. All right, we're out of here. Let's level. What level do? Sorry, y'all. What level does Spidops evolve? I feel like I'm being a little scatterbrained right now. Okay. Man. Lays, do you have a favorite episode of Dexter's Lab, or is there something in particular that you find yourself missing a little bit more? I'd be curious to know. Doubles damage if foe switches out. Stakeout is interesting. Okay. I guess we'll level this Pokemon and see what happens, huh? I'll give myself a couple of different moves. Feint's okay. 13, 14. I will take Bug Bite. I will take Bug Bite over Struggle Bug. That's for sure. Yep. I'm not gonna evolve you yet. I gotta make sure that I'm smart about this stuff. Block, I don't think we need to have. I don't think we need to learn that. I do like the idea of counter, though. I'll tell you what. I'll take that over tackle any day. I guess the question is, I guess I also get to learn headbutt. And then I guess it's like the option of learning sticky web is probably what it is what I'm aiming for here. I'll take counter over string shot, or I'll take headbutt over string shot, I think. Yep. Okay. Oh, you know what? You know what? I just realized. That's crazy. I just realized that's level cap. You know what? I don't need sticky. Yeah, I don't need that. Protects itself and lower speed. The foe's speed on contact. That's actually really interesting. What am I aiming at right now? What's the trainer order? Nerd Miguel. Is this oh, that's a double battle. It's actually really important to know. Hey, we got Mawcats in the building. What's good, fam? I'm doing well. Long time no see. How's life? Happy Change Day. Draco said, nah, I like Dexter's Lab. Monkey was fun too. Hell yeah. I loved the whole like side shows that they had along with Dexter's Lab too. That was fun. Lay says, yeah, the way he says laboratory was so funny to me, but I liked Ed, and Eddie too, so I don't know what humor is. Well, Ed, and Eddie had a very special type of humor, right? Like, that was when slapstick was pretty much at its, like, peak, where you were just doing stupid shit for the sake of doing stupid shit, and that was really good, you know? So, hey. I ain't mad at that. Blaze, yeah, all good. Ma says, life is good. I'd be moving next month. Oh, well, congratulations on that, familia. Very much congratulations on that. That's stuff you love to see. That's what you love to hear. I love Dexter and Ed and Eddie. Huge childhood crush on Marie Kanker. Having a crush on a Kanker is crazy work, but I also I get the vision. You know? I understand the vision. I understand the vision. You will not hear a you will not hear a judgment out of me. Okay. This is a very interesting. So y'all, this is what I'm looking at, right? As far as trainer order, we technically have to start prepping for we have to start prepping for the Super Nerd Miguel fight, which is a double battle fight, which has Thwacky, Voltorb, Bibarel, and Sableye. Right? That's a little weird. Especially because I don't really know what some of these Pokemon I'm gonna Yeah, I'm looking at this a little crazy right now, actually. Okay. You know what? We're all at level 22, so maybe we can kind of play up until our strengths here. So, Tentacool, do you get anything? Tentacool, you get Bubble Beam. No, you get Sludge at, damn, you just get Sludge at level 22. And that's just is what it is. Okay, I'll take Water Gun over that. Acid Spray harshly lowers the opponent's defense. Okay. And then we get Sludge. So I think as of right now we don't need the Rapid Spray help, or the Rapid Spin help rather. So I guess we'll just get that going. I think Sableye's only weak to Fairy. That is very true, and we don't have any. We did have Fairy, but well, we kind of got hoed in our first matchup, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Q says, I binged it yesterday because what is this show? Which show? Did Willie T say another show? Or Q, were you talking about somebody else? We don't really get anything else from Fanpy here. We get Endure, but like Endure isn't really doing much for us. Mankey, what do you get? You get a level up at level 28. You don't really get anything. You get Brick Break at 23, which that just feels bad. 18, 19. You get Swagger, but I don't know if I want to do that to any Pokemon. Teguna 69 is actually. We're gonna actually see what you can learn here. You get Crunch at 22, and then Sucker Punch at 25. Okay. Versus Swords Dance at 22. Ooh, that's good. That's good. But I get Zen Headbutt. Damn. That's interesting. Some kind of helpful stuff, low-key. Oh, Q said Dandadan? Hell yeah. I mean, do you like what do you think about it? I think it's a beautiful show because it like brings back a level of silliness that I feel like anime has kind of lost a little bit. Everybody's so focused on like the animation and this, that, and the third. But I'm thinking like, how cool is everything that we're like looking at right now, you know? So I'm me personally, I'm a fan. It's great aside from some of the fan service. Well, hey, listen. Me personally, I'm never gonna be mad at a grandmother. But I get where you're coming from. I also feel like for anime, some of the fan service is almost a little bit like what's it called? Like nostalgic to me almost, you know? Like obviously as we get older, perspectives need to change a little bit, but also I think like for the sake of what anime was, I almost kind of feel like as long as it's tasteful and appropriate, you know? Okay. We have another. Moss says fan service is good for my biz. Also very true. Also very, very true. Hey, Kyla, welcome on in. Welcome on in. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Hoping all is well and you're having a wonderful one today. I'm currently trying to figure out what the heck we're gonna do, because I realized I think we ended up taking y'all forgive me for a second. I'm gonna look and figure out what we did. Oh, you know what? I think for the sake of the egg, I either gave myself a... Did I give myself a pewter encounter or a Route 3 encounter? Okay. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. We'll grab the Gyarados, we'll grab the Route 3 or the Pewter City encounter based on like where we would have gotten the egg anyway. And I guess we'll keep it pushing. Hey. But Kyla, how are you? I hope everything is good. Ma, listen, you know I'm always going to love and support the stuff that you got going on for your business. No matter the cause, no matter the case. Okay. Y'all, I have a question. I have a question. Now, do we go for the Pewter City encounter or the Route 3 encounter? Right? Because low-key I kind of feel like the Magikarp is our Route 3 encounter. And I guess we are still technically owed a Pewter City one. Which then I guess begs the question, what do we do? What do we get? You know? Or what should we go for? I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of automatically feel like we should go for Night because Alolan Grimer is automatically way better than regular Grimer. And then also Starly, Execute, Esper, Skidoo, Blue Skidoo, we can too, you know? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I think we'll do this. We'll go for the night encounter, see what we grab. Low-key, we should probably grab more Pokeballs. RV, what's up, fam? Welcome on into the stream. Hope all is well. Happy Tuesday. Just playing a little bit of Radical Red. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. You feel? Nothing too crazy. How are you? Hope things are going cool. Hope you're having a wonderful one. Did you eat today? Did you drink some water? Do some stuff that made you happy? Kyla says, day's been quiet. Most exciting thing is the reading of Onyx Storm a few chapters a day. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I like that. I like that. Hope you're having a good one with that. All right, chat. Potential encounters. Alolan Grimer, cool with. Starly, also pretty cool with. Execute, not mad at that at all. Esper, Skidoo, Nummo, we've seen what we can do with that. Ghastly, of course. Poltergeist. I'm not really mad at any encounter in here, to be honest. I'm not mad at any encounter we have in here. And a Ghastly is something that I will 100%, I'll 100% take. I will 100% take. We get Haunter at level 23, which is a little wild. Kyle says, "Aren't we all crazy here?" I mean, that is true. That is true. Ma says Haunter is one of the greats. We will get Haunter. We will get Haunter. Hopefully, in after we'll get Haunter after we beat. Uh-oh. Oh no, y'all, did my game just crash? Oh no, I don't think I saved. I don't think I saved. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. We might be we're so cooked. Oh, we're so cooked. We're so cooked. Oh no. Oh. And you know what oh my God, I was just thinking about saving. And chat, y'all want to know why this is? Apparently when you implement the character to be able to give you rare candies, they tell you that ever so often you need to save because you will, the game will randomly crash. And I was literally just, oh, that sucks. I was just thinking about saving. No! Oh my God. Okay. Well, that might be telltale sign for us to maybe end stream. Or maybe wrap it up for the day. It's fine. I think what I'll do is I'll just have to play the game up until this point. If y'all just want to go ahead and remind me of all of the Pokemon that we ended up catching, and maybe their names, that probably would be ideal. I can also go back in the VOD and check it, but I know our Spidops was named Dexter. Our Tentacool was named Cheesecake, and I don't think we got another encounter outside of that. We were about to get a Ghastly. Right? We were about to get a Ghastly. And then what? And then the Gyarados is gonna be named Cunior. Right? Gyarados is gonna be named Cunior. So I think I've got everything, and obviously I can go back in the VOD to make sure that's accurate. But yeah. Y'all, I cannot believe my game freaking crashed. That sucks. I mean, it's fine. Like, it wasn't an insane amount of progress. It was enough where, like, I'm obviously gonna want to make sure that I'm, like, gonna do it when I'm off stream, but it is what it is. It is what it is. GG's. Hey. Moss says, time to get out the paddle. Looks like this trainer needs to be retrained. Yeah, I know. I'll tell you what. Batty, thank you so much for the hydrate and welcome back. Yeah. Zona, it definitely hurts. It definitely hurts, right? But I'd rather the game crash in like this run than if I were to have done all of like Mount Moon, right? If I were to have done all of Mount Moon and then like the stuff in Nugget Bridge and then my game crashed and then I ended up doing like having to do all of that again, that would suck. I would hate that more than anything, to be honest. So if this is kind of where I have to make up some ground and make up some time, then so be it. It is what it is. But that being said, thank you all so much for hanging. We had some decent progress. Unfortunately, we ended up losing 2 Pokemon, but I think we ended up grabbing a handful more, which I think was ultimately really, really good, you know? Were you not saving yet because you weren't sure about the choices you made since the last save? Not necessarily. I literally was just thinking about saving. Like, literally just thinking about it. I was like, oh, after I catch this Pokemon, I'm going to make sure that I save. But it just, like, had came upon me that, you know, maybe it would have been good to. But it's fine. It is what it is. Tua says, Scuff Scream to the maximum? Hey now, say now. You know? Freaking hey now, say now. But anyways. Alright, I think if that's the case, we're just gonna get ourselves up out of here. Thank you all so much for hanging. We are going to... Who are we gonna go say hi to right now? I guess we can go say hi to Rika. We can go say hi to my darling angel. Where's she at right now? I think she was just here, unless she just got off, which would be insane. Okay, no, she's here. Sweet. All right, we're gonna go say hi. She is currently playing some Crash Bandicoot 4 specifically. So hey. I think we'll do that. Moss says, imagine if these Pokemon hats had an autosave feature. You should petition a mod for it. I mean, yeah, I could, but also like autosave does have its cons, especially if you're like trying to do like some niche stuff. Ultimately, I think that's just my fault. Honestly, maybe I'll make a command called !save that just like is, hey, if you want to go ahead and just remind me to save throughout the stream, that's probably the smart thing to do, if that makes sense, you know? So, hey. But yeah, so we're gonna go say hi to Rika. Let's see. What's a good raid message? Let's see. Crash this Coco that it's and in all right. I got it. All right, if you happen to be subscribed, go ahead and use this one. If you happen to not be subscribed, go ahead and use this one. Rika's absolutely lovely. I think you will have a fantastic time over on her stream. And yeah, that'll be a good time, I think. But thank you all so much for hanging. This has been a good session. Y'all have been really, really fun. Thank you so much for all of your fun names and all of the like of which we were able to do. Yeah, y'all are amazing. Keep being y'all. And I guess we'll kind of go from there. Just to remind everyone of where we're at for the schedule. We've been live back to back to back. Obviously, we played some Radical Red today. Yesterday, we did a little bit of Pokemon Infinite Fusion, and then the day before, we did some 9 Souls. But, of course, above all of that, looking ahead to Thursday, everybody in chat that's under the sound of my voice, I need your help. Because I have no idea what the heck we're gonna freaking stream. I've heard potentially maybe I should do some Sly Cooper. I've also heard maybe for my Zelda fanatics that I should do and return to the Zelda series and play a little bit of Twilight Princess, which could be a banger. But regardless, if you have a suggestion of what I should play, then go ahead and DM me, hit me up in the Discord, and let me know. I'll probably take the biggest suggestions that I hear between tonight and tomorrow, and then use Thursday for everybody to vote on what we're going to be able to play, and we'll go from there. Sounds good? But yeah, I'm always down to play. I feel like for those that may not know, I like playing Pokemon. I like playing an indie game, and of course I like that third slot is a little bit of a wild card. It gives us a little bit of an opportunity to play a little bit of anything. For context, I've played through the entirety of the 3D All-Stars series for Mario. Before that, I was able to play with some Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. So it's kind of, we've been on a little bit of a Legend of Zelda Mario kick, which I'm not mad at. But if anybody has any other suggestions and the people really want to see it, we can definitely do that. So, hey, that's what I think the goal is. But, hey, thanks for chatting. Thanks for letting me yap. And I guess we'll go from there, right? So, that is that. Be easy, everybody. I will see y'all a little bit later, and we'll go from there. But make sure y'all stay for the raid. Rika's absolutely wonderful. Make sure y'all behave in there. She's lots of fun vibes, lots of cozy vibes. And we'll go from there. But yeah, before we get up out of here, of course, we are going to play this song right here, because that's some That's the Way. And of course, if you're hearing some That's the Way, then of course we need to make our way over to Rika's stream. She's playing some Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. And that's pretty much the vibe, you know? Thank you all so much. Y'all have been a wonderful audience. I love each and every one of you so very much. Be easy. Be great. Until next time, be good, be well, do well. And obviously do what you would to yourself, to each other as well. So, yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm done yapping. Y'all be easy. Hope you stayed. Draco, thank you so much for hanging out. I also appreciate you for being amazing and just kind of, you know, vibing with me. Hope you enjoyed it, you know. Hope that's not the last time I see you. Hope you get to stay a while, of course. And yeah, I think that's pretty much that. Your bed and breakfast will be in the mail as we speak, because every follow of the third night does come with a free bed and breakfast, and we'll go there. Also, be making sure that you pay attention to the streams for the secret password. And yeah, I don't know. I think that's it. You know, I think that's it. Yeah, I don't know. All right, be easy. yes, Draco, bed and freaking breakfast. Yes. Tua said there's a secret password. There is a secret password. I'm going to be looking to everybody for what that secret password might be for some of our special community nights. Obviously, we're going to have a larger community night, but you're going to need to get in, and you're going to need to be fast and smart for the secret password. But your hint is to look at the beginning of the VOD. I spoke to it a little bit earlier, and I'm always going to go ahead and, you know, give y'all hints with each stream, you know, before the announcement and all. But yeah. That's all I got for y'all. Love y'all. Take care. And I'll catch y'all in the next one, all right? Peace. Yep, Tua, this VOD right here.